You can kill me, but you will never destroy me. It takes strength to resist the dark side.
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Are you kidding? Why the hell should I wait for you?
I know what it's like to try and rebuild a life. I had a bad day too.
If you're having nightmares, then welcome to the club. My name's Subaru Natsuki, and I am the Knight of Amelia.
Right now, all I can give you is just death.
If you are feeling disheartened, that you are somehow not enough, set your heart ablaze.
Still have some work to do on that intro. I gotta change out the background now that I've gotten the thumbnail updated on that. But it's definitely a step in the right direction for my first one. I don't want to talk about the first one.
For sure.
I was gonna say the first one wasn't terrible, but I mean,
I don't know if I even
you gotta
remember
start
the
somewhere.
first
Yeah.
one. Is this one fairly new?
I've had it for a couple of
Streams
now.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it, but again, like after seeing stuff that like you and Caleb did, it's like, all right, I gotta keep stepping up my game, keep going at this. So, welcome to the show. We got the usual goobers here. My name's Crimson Law, and this guy over here, going the wrong direction, my younger brother and usual co-host and special guest, the Gatekeeper's Daimyo.
What up? Glad to be here. Thank you for having me on.
No problem. I mean, like I said, I extended you the offer, the invite, because you usually have me on your channel, and it's been fun hanging out with you. So I was like, if you want to come on and just chill.
If you haven't noticed yet, I enjoy talking. Probably a little bit too much.
I think a lot of people who do stuff like this do enjoy talking just a little bit too much.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, we think we have such important things to say, and we'll go off on our tangents. And look, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I remember silence used to make me feel uncomfortable back in like high school and stuff. And then I learned to just, you don't have to say every thought that comes to your head.
Yeah.
I learned how to filter it.
I legitimately almost screamed the fuck that monkey thing, trying to recreate it while I was at work today.
I have no idea what that is.
Almost. I almost escaped me while I was doing dishes. And I'm like, I can't say that.
we were reviewing the Kong versus Godzilla, the new Empire or whatever. And he was going off about how stupid King Kong is. And he screamed, fuck that monkey at the top of his lungs.
Pull up the clip.
And I actually do have it as a clip on the channel here.
Fuck that monkey!
I legit.
That's dubbed, right? That isn't like the actual.
No, that is not Dragon Ball Z.
Okay,
That's not actually what it is. I just put his voice over a GIF, and that was it.
But no, it was one of those things where I'm sitting there doing dishes. I'm getting lost in thought. I'm like, I wonder if I could recreate. Oh, I can't say that here. I'm on the clock.
All right. So,
anyways,
normally I, start the stream off with a little segment of doing an indie highlight where I find some comic project or whatnot that I personally like, something that I would buy and read myself, and do a little bit of coverage on it here live. So that brings us to, if I can pull this up properly, The Valiant Heroes over on Indiegogo. So this is, as it says here, an 82-page graphic novel of good old superhero action storytelling, which is the kind of stuff that I miss out of superhero. Like, it's just kind of like a lot of street level villainy stuff. I miss seeing like the superheroes start out by just like saving some random people, like, oh, there's a burning building, let me go fly into it and save these people who are trapped, instead of just like, oh, I got my powers and now there's this arch villain threatening the multiverse and I gotta go stop it. So I think someone needs to get kicked from your server, Daimyo.
I'm moving up in the world.
Well, consider
Hey, you're just jealous that Daimyo's a hot commodity and you're not.
Yeah, damn. A commodity. I don't know about a hot one.
Well, you're a minority, so
Yeah.
obviously you're a diversity hire.
Whoa.
I just want to correct you really quick. Moving up in the world, you're here. You're moving down. You've gone like 4 steps down.
I was being nice.
I'm not nice.
So
Yeah.
back to the project, Valiant Heroes. It's full color 82 page, which is a lot of work for an indie project. So 82 pages is a decent sized one, but it says it contains 3 main stories that are, 22 to 26 pages, which is the average size of a floppy, and 1 little 8-page backup story. So pretty good chunk of content right there. And I mean, the price point, it's going to be a bit more expensive than what you would see.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty high for an indie comic, isn't
it's
it?
high for a comic. But as far as graphic novels go, I have a bunch of like Batman stuff up there that's like $20-something.
Are you into the Rippaverse?
I actually am, yeah.
Okay, I know those tend to be better for the indie stuff in terms of quality. So at least from what I've watched and heard. So, and I think the last time I checked, those were at like 30 to 35.
They're down below 30 now.
Wow.
When I ordered Alpha Core, my read copy, not my collector copy, was like $28, which isn't bad for how much. It's like 92 pages, so it's pretty good.
I mean, I can't count up to 82. That's too high for me. So I'm gonna.
You don't have enough fingers, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that's a lot of pages.
It's a decent sized graphic novel. I'll give it that. But I mean, as far as artwork goes, this is a pinup poster that you can get, and
I like the artwork. Yeah, leave the frame right there. That doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah, I'm loving the artwork on this. This character design.
Yeah, I'm loving the top right.
Amazing, dude.
Great personality.
Yeah, it shows a lot of personality. But you keep scrolling down. I like the artwork on this stuff. I don't like it because I'm kind of a like manga anime guy. I like to see a little bit more stylization in the stuff I read. So this stuff doesn't like try to be too realistic, which is one of my complaints about ISOM 1 and 2. But I think
that is pretty good. It gives like almost retro wouldn't be the right word, but it gives kind of an older style feel. I don't know if you.
I kind of got that same vibe.
Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit more like classic, like the stuff that would have been out around the time we were all kids. But more personality. But I'm not a furry. Some of these I know are like work in progress stuff. Like they still need some shading and all that from what I read in here, but it's really just going to be like 4 or 3 superhero stories bundled into one, and you can get all the different versions. So like if you just want the regular one, one card of it, $8, which isn't terrible for a floppy, which normally goes for like $5. Keep in mind, these people don't have all the like publishing and printing deals that like big companies do. So getting this stuff out is a little bit more expensive for them. That's why the price point is higher. But you're going to get a whole lot better storytelling, and you're not going to get all the bullshit that Modern Comics has. If you're buying from, people who actually care about writing.
Yeah, like these kind of people. They're putting chicks in it, but they're not making it gay and lame.
Oh no, they're putting chicks in. They're definitely not making it gay and lame. I mean, woo!
I thought you preferred it like that, though.
Ian, do the thing.
What?
Do the thing.
What thing?
The gay and lame thing.
I said put a chick in it, make it gay and lame.
That's pretty good.
I know, right?
Yeah.
A little loud, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. So I'm going to put the link in the chat as I should always do for the Indiegogo section. But yeah, that kind of leads into one of the things I wanted to touch on tonight is like a lot of like the superhero stuff we get nowadays gets away from like just normal classic superhero-y stuff. Like, why don't we get any more superheroes who are like the Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series kind of stuff, where they're dealing with like everyday crises in their respective areas.
I wouldn't say Joker threatening to gas the entire city is an everyday crisis.
You get the point, though. It's not like interplanetary domination kind of stuff. It's not like everyone's fighting fucking Darkseid, like a terrorist attack. It's kind of a
that's normal for the DC universe.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Which, yeah, I guess that's like I started something recently called Shy, an anime that's like superhero-y stuff. You wouldn't think it because of the title, but it's literally a superhero show, and that's what it starts off with is basically like this teenage superhero sort of learning the weight of responsibility and the burden of guilt. So
I'd say arguably the most well-known are One Punch Man and Hero Academia, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge. I couldn't really get into My Hero, but I did like One Punch Man.
It does definitely give the gay vibe, and
in Hero.
My Hero definitely do not engage in the fandom. The fandom's gay and the fandom is lame.
No, the fandom is like 7 kinds of awful at times. Like they threatened the writer Kohei Horikoshi for pulling a fake out on them and killing off a character for a couple of chapters only to bring them back. And like the dude had to like have like there were some things that went on with that whole scenario. And then you have the people who are sitting there like spending their entire day shipping 15-year-old boys. Don't even get me started on that. So
we don't this is why.
First of all,
you're dodging a bullet by not getting into My Hero Academia because the fan.
First of all, no. Second of all, I can't stand that word shipping. Refrain from using it around my presence, please.
Okay. I use it because it's the most accurate term to describe.
No, I got you, dude. It's so.
It's cringe. I know. It's
real
cringe.
tired of that stuff.
Cringe.
Yes.
And no, this is why I say I love My Hero as a story. I absolutely despise the fandom. I absolutely despise it.
Yeah. So
and it's not even like My Hero's
quick.
The greatest story.
I probably should say hi to the chat. So obviously we've seen Gray Pilgrim already here complaining about our diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay. We do not tolerate hate and racism in here, Pilgrim. Star Wars Dog showing up to say hey. Nice to see you.
No idea who you are, but you seem pretty chill.
I don't know who this guy is, but probably sucks, you know.
I was gonna say, seems like a real weirdo.
This guy seems real gay.
Looks like he has a good YouTube channel to check out.
Yeah, maybe if you like conspiracy and aliens.
That's not all I do.
What's up, Kurosai Nero? And JM, nice to see you again, all the way over from Weebs and Waifus. Thanks for stopping in, saying hi. But yeah,
I mean, he does call himself the. Sorry, go ahead.
As far as the like superhero stuff goes, a lot of like the indie comics does like the classic superhero stuff better. So like you said Rippaverse earlier, Alpha Core, I actually like that more than ISOM because it's more so like the classic like noble superhero stuff. Like the main character Brian Solari goes against orders all the time to save people and solve crimes, even though it's not technically his jurisdiction. It gets him in trouble and all of that, but he still does it because he knows he has the ability to, so why not?
Based motherfucker.
Yes. The ideal male fantasy of saving the day. Which is what like comics needs more of now, and they kind of strayed away from it. Especially with like movies and all that. It's kind of sad to see that they've really shifted over into like they're gonna focus on all this multiverse stuff and stray away from what made the MCU good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
No, it's one of those things where it's like I'm Mitch McConnell.
Nice. I guess it's a good chance to move on into some Studio Ghibli news.
Alrighty, what you got?
Studio Ghibli has been presented with their first Golden Globe ever, apparently. So here, Hayao Miyazaki wins Golden Globe for The Boy and the Heron. A much-deserved award.
Much deserved. Awesome. That's awesome.
After like the year of animation that happened, and also Disney got completely snubbed for the first time ever in this category.
So I didn't even watch the movie yet, but it's just well deserved because this guy's a savage. I love so many of his movies.
Yeah, like have you heard the whole no cut story where he was dealing with Harvey Weinstein?
No, actually I haven't.
Harvey Weinstein was working on importing Spirited Away. And he wanted to make cuts to the story in order to make it more palatable to the Western audience. And Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli by proxy sent Harvey Weinstein a sword with the words "no cuts" engraved into it.
What?
Yo.
That's badass.
Yeah, that's
That's what I
what
come
a
to understand.
freaking what a freaking message.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this marks the first Golden Globe win for a non-English animated feature. So making history in a lot of ways. And this movie made a ton of money. It made a killing. It was like, just in Japan. Oh no, sorry. Globally, it was 136 million. Is what it grossed. Which these movies generally tend to run a budget of like 40 million. So they made a good cut of money off of this.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first original anime film to top the North American box office. Which, to be fair, isn't as impressive as it should have been because there really wasn't anything good on the week it debuted outside of Godzilla -1, but that had been running for some time at that point. So he has won.
Japan's only competition was Japan itself.
Yeah. Well, right now, so Spirited Away did win an Oscar for the animated feature category, but this is the first time a show has. Okay, I just got a text from Roland. Sorry, that totally sidetracked me.
Pilgrim is asking what animated movies came out last year.
Wish Trolls. Spider-Verse was the only like decent Western competition.
Animation. Did you say
Yeah.
animation? Oh, animated.
Yeah.
I thought you said
Yeah,
animated.
animated films. But didn't you also have the shitty Elemental movie or whatever it was called?
Yeah, see, what I've heard is Elemental wasn't actually that bad, but people were fed up with
Isn't
Disney
there a
at
whole
the
bunch
time.
of like trans shit and stuff in there?
So I follow a guy who actually like watched the movie and said the only thing in there was a like passing comment about being gender fluid from a water character. Yeah, so it's there, yeah, but from what I understand, it wasn't a huge thing. I wasn't
Gender
interested
fluid,
in
more
it.
like you're a gendered fluid.
I don't have my fucking.
Just thinking about it makes me go feral.
Laughing at Crimson's reaction.
This dude.
Thank you. I'm here all stream.
You're here all
unless Krim boots me, which you very well can. And
I
has
got the
before.
power.
He's got the power. All right, back on track.
Yeah, so it's nice to see that they got a Golden Globe for that, and he actually had some like really wholesome comments, Miyazaki. Filmmakers were not present in Los Angeles to accept the award. Mr. Suzuki, I believe, is the distributor, the guy who actually like worked on the like production stuff. This is the first Golden Globe award to a Studio Ghibli film, and it is very special. It is a very special feeling. He's one of the This is one of the founders of Studio Ghibli. And since the beginning of this year, Japan has been hit by a series of tragic earthquakes and accidents. In such a situation, I hope the bright news of winning an award can bring a smile to everyone's face, even if only a little. So yeah, that's a thing. All the earthquakes and tsunamis that have been happening in the region. But it was a very well-deserved award, honestly. And it's a shame that it didn't get to compete against some like better nominations, but really like the only competition it had was Spider-Verse, which ended on a like awful cliffhanger, and Suzume, which is a Shinkai film, so it's a little bit smaller of a fan base.
Yeah, I feel like Spider-Verse shot itself in the foot by ending on a cliffhanger like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely that was one of like the big flaws with it.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm not too much of a fan of that style of animation.
Oh, the kind
Like,
of
it's not
trippy
terrible.
LSD hallucination style.
Yeah, but more so like the like claymation-ish style. It's the same thing as Blue Eye Samurai. And it can be good. It's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. Trust me. There are some bad.
See, I'm not really into like the Clone War. I know a lot of people love the Clone Wars animation style. I'm not big on it.
Neither am I, actually.
Well, then consider me the odd one out because I actually really like it.
I love Clone Wars. I'm just not a huge fan of its animation.
The movements look good. Like I think the lightsaber fights, it works for that type of stuff, for the action. Maybe I'm focusing more on the style, the style of the actual character designs and world. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of and I think that is it. Just like the face shapes and whatnot, or head shapes rather. So, and also actually though, I'm not even the biggest fan of the Arcane style because they're kind of in the same world. I would argue, right? Yeah. They're in the same looking animation world. So
I feel like the show that had like the best animation out of the West in like recent times would have been Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah, that is
not even just the story. I really enjoy the animation in that. I like the 2D. Is that what we're talking about? Or
yeah,
like the 2D. It's not 2D rendering though, right? Like that's
I don't know.
Rendering's different, right?
I don't know if they're doing like hand drawn stuff at that point. It certainly looks nice when things are hand drawn. I like the style of it, but I think a lot of things are done with like a bit of computer assistance nowadays. Even like Avatar: The Last Airbender. My particular issue where people start like cutting corners is, like I said when we were on your channel talking about War of the Rohirrim. Like, I don't like the 3D models mixed in with a bunch of other 2D stuff. It's out of place, and it sticks out so much that it distracts me from what's going on.
Well, which Avatar is guilty of, as we talked about, right? Because that's pretty obvious, and it's not all the time, but
yeah, they did it sometimes, and it didn't look terrible. They still did pretty good with their CGI. I will let it slide, and I won't gripe about it too much if it blends in pretty well and is done well. But there are some that are just abjectly like lazy CGI.
Why don't you pull up that exact scene that you pulled up on my stream?
We're talking about Avatar: The Last Stand.
See, the thing
No,
is,
I'm giving him shit.
I told you, I warned you, like I don't want to do that because
Yeah,
of
why
copyright.
don't-
We all just said just
why-
let it play, and I'm
Why
like,
don't we
"All right."
pull up the exact one that got my stream taken down?
It was probably the Freerin clip.
Yeah, it was because it was all in Japanese. There wasn't one English thing on the video that they said got taken down.
Yeah, dude, the freaking Japanese copyright lawyers are brutal. So like, I have to dice things up so much in order to in order to get it passed.
Yeah, because they're gonna lose a pinky if they if anything gets caught. The Yakuza.
You bring dishonor upon your family.
Dishonor upon you, dishonor upon your family, and dishonor upon your cow.
Oh boy. Oh, the racist
Nothing like two
stereotype.
white dudes on a stream doing Asian accents.
Right? Right? So
Hey, I'm not racist. I have an Asian friend. He gave me permission.
Did he give you permission?
Knowing him, he
I thought-
actually probably would.
My Asian friend is super racist, especially against his own kind.
I'll tell you
well,
what.
he's Chinese, so that explains
yeah.
a lot.
I've got 8% Chinese in my blood. I'm derailing stream. I'm sorry.
No,
Anyways,
it's
yeah,
fine. It's
no.
fine.
If
I'm
you
about to
don't,
bring up
I
the-
will.
I'm about to bring up like the last major thing I thought was interesting that happened this week, and then it just kind of a free for all fun fest from there. Not extra camera, share screen. You jackass.
I just saw what Pilgrim said.
Yes, I saw that too. There wasn't any appropriate time to bring up a comment like that. Sorry that your family died, but hey, a movie that your country put out won an award.
Damn,
You know, when you put
Pilgrim.
it like that, that kind of sounds fucked up.
Holy shit.
Okay, well he probably doesn't know he's Chinese because he can't see his reflection. Pilgrim. Pilgrim's been hanging around my channel a little bit too long, and in my Discord, I think.
Oh my
That's fucked up.
Oh boy! So that's the spice.
Hey Ian, how many dogs has your friend had?
I don't know. He threatened to eat one of mine.
One a year?
he legitimately licked my dog's like dinner. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, he's a special something. So I found this story in.
Oh.
I don't know what Elon is thinking. Kaiju number 8 to become the first ever anime to broadcast on Twitter. I refuse.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how it's never they just call it X, especially like it's always either they call it Twitter or it's X, formerly known as Twitter.
Well, everyone hates Elon Musk, and most likely the person that wrote this article does too. So they're not going to give him credit for anything. Now, I have a quick question. What is Kaiju about? Do you watch this one?
This one doesn't come out until spring. I actually.
Oh, so it's a new anime. I
actually read the manga. So a quick rundown is, let me see if I can find him. This guy here wants to join the Defense Force and protect his country from kaiju, but he has absolutely zero aptitude for it. Up until a like kaiju leech or whatever climbs into his mouth and fuses with him, and he gets the ability to turn into a kaiju himself. So he starts secretly using that ability to actually do some good and fight other kaiju. And it's kind of a simple story. There's nothing too deep about it, but it's a good action series and it's fun. So I'm looking forward to it. The trailer looks good. I wouldn't expect anything like an Attack on Titan level story out of it, though. Oh, also, his longtime friend is the most proficient kaiju killer in the country, so he's always like comparing himself to her and like, why can't I be better at this? I feel so ashamed of myself. And he gets his power, and stereotypical shonen stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I know Elon Musk was like trying to do the whole everything.
I think he's still trying.
Yeah, well, that was what PayPal was supposed to be. If like what I've heard is correct.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's just taking that idea and now transferring it over. Actually, I think he's talked about this. Like he's wanted to make an everything app, and he was talking about this on a Rogan episode where he said, "Look, you can start and try to create your own app, but like logistically, it just doesn't make logically, it just doesn't make sense because you want to get an app that already has its foot out the door and has a following." And that's how you're able to make an everything app, is not by creating a new app. It's much easier when you have millions and millions of people already on the platform to then start kind of reconfiguring it. A whole bunch of people give him shit for buying Twitter and all this other stuff.
Well, yeah, because those people were upset that he kind of turned it into the Wild West and let people sort of run crazy with it at times, and like reinstated that all the people they hated.
There's also a lot of illegal content that was on Twitter that
like what?
Like stuff that will get your channel taken down.
I was going to say the reason I'm not mentioning it is because there
are still corn bots all over.
Yeah, there is still hardcore corn all over.
Hardcore corn.
Yeah, hardcore.
Say that 5 times fast without fucking up.
Hardcore corn, hardcore corn, hardcore corn, hardcore corn, hardcore corn. Oh, no,
anyways.
I get it. Yeah, it's still there, but I think a lot of people are pissed off because they paid like $10,000 to get their verification through the back door, and then Elon made it $8 a month.
Yeah, for real. People are whining about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The funniest part about this topic is that you'll see people make these posts like shitting on Elon, and you're literally you're using the platform that he owns to shit on him. So who is the bigger idiot at that point? Right?
Well, the thing is, like, there's no alternative. Kind of like how Twitch and YouTube don't really have good, viable alternatives right now. Like, I know people talk about Kick and Rumble, but
I was going to say Rumble is definitely a more open alternative, but it's still pretty much an infant in the streaming.
Yeah,
space.
and remember what happened with Mixer? That was a thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. So.
Exactly.
Look,
nobody remembers Mixer. It was a
YouTube,
competitor for Twitch.
I'd say Twitter right now has a better chance taking subscribers away from YouTube in terms of streamers, content creators, not subscribers. And it's not really taking away, but the more he perfects the whole, Twitter Spaces and the streaming and stuff like that, these big channels, Tucker Carlson like jumps on. Alex Jones is a good example too, and they're starting to just like put their shit on Twitter and not YouTube because they're blocked from certain places. I don't really know about Tucker, but I know Alex Jones is. And
Alex Jones is pretty much banned everywhere.
Not Twitter. Not anymore.
Except Twitter, not anymore. Yeah.
But this is my point. And so,
Twitter,
and he's getting millions of views, right? So that's really, I think, the only competitor for YouTube right now. And it's not anywhere close yet, but I can see it if Twitter doesn't fail in the next decade, I could see it becoming a legitimate place where people are earning some serious cash on it.
I want to see how this like streaming thing pays off for Elon, because that will be interesting as to like proving whether this everything app is going to work or not. Because to be fair, Kaiju number 8 is a fairly like highly anticipated title. It's pretty big as far as shonen goes. It has a decent following. And it's attracted a lot of attention. It's one of the big ones people are excited about this year. So getting it to stream on Twitter, that's a huge step. So you have something that isn't just like, whatever, I could take it or leave it. You have something people actually want that's streaming on Twitter.
But a really easy way to make this 100% fail right off the bat is if only people with blue check marks can watch it on Twitter. So if he does something like that to try to get people to subscribe to his
I
thing,
think here's the thing. I think it'll probably be the same way Crunchyroll does things, where you have the free subbed version, so you can watch it subbed for free. But if you want like the
with
premium,
ads.
no ads, dubbed kind of stuff, you got to pay for the subscription.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which
is the smarter move.
That's a lot of power. Yeah, that's another thing. Like on this subject, like it's kind of scary to have someone consolidate that much power. So, say this everything app works out. You're doing your banking, your payments, your networking, your streaming, all through one app. What's to say that the next person after Elon Musk, who's in charge of this, isn't just an absolute shitlord?
That's what I was going to point out when I saw that comment. Is like, Elon Musk might be true to his word. He might actually really respect freedom, but who's to say that the next person is the same way?
That's like my entire problem with like, and I hate to get political, but like my entire problem with like the Bernie Sanders kind of stuff is like, who's to say that someone down the line won't be an absolute evil fuck with all that power?
Well, yeah. I mean, so here's the thing. I would like to be able to, hypothetically speaking, sit there, look at my Twitter feed, click on the movie section, rent a movie while I'm sitting on my computer, watch a movie while maybe even stream a movie. If that's allowed, right? And then I get hungry, click on the food button, order some food. Will I put my bank accounts on Twitter? Hell no. But yeah, but to do all that other stuff, sure. I mean, I think that's convenient. It's nice. Am I going to do money transfers and stuff with it? That's a different story. So you could put a card on there, and if you owe someone money, it'd be easy to just send them money through Twitter. Or something like that. But I'm not going to do my financing on Twitter, right?
Yeah, no.
That's where it gets a little bit too out of hand. And like Pilgrim was saying, that's a lot of power. Just because they have that power doesn't mean you need to give it to them, right? Like as long as there's still banks and you can use the banking apps versus Twitter, then I think we're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another really good point.
What does he mean by if it goes down?
Say the servers went down, you're out, and you have all.
Oh yeah. But that goes to what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
like
that goes to pretty much anything though. If
the
servers go down on your, like if you use any online banking app, if the servers go down, you can't make any online payments. You're kind of fucked.
But tell me you wouldn't want to be able to like sit there and watch a movie on Twitter while you're just sitting at your computer. Like I don't know. I think that type of convenience.
Yeah. I dabbled. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that you could click on X videos.
Where is it?
What was that clip, bro?
Not hentai, I guarantee you. It is from a very, very
hentai.
No, it's
It's like I forgot what I was saying. Shit.
Everything's possible.
Yeah, there are ways you could do the where the everything app could be convenient, but I'm not about to start financing my bank accounts on here.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
Could you imagine trying to access your bank accounts and you accidentally send out a tweet of all your personal information?
Yeah. Well, also don't Twitter accounts still get hacked? I mean, I know people can duplicate accounts, but like,
yeah, well,
I do wonder about the ability for someone who's savvy with that shit to be able to go into someone else's account.
Yeah. Well, as far as that goes, like, I mean, we've seen plenty of like high-profile people have their Twitter accounts hacked in the
Peeper?
last couple. Yes, I am approving of Joe Biden this message. We've seen plenty of high-profile people get their Twitter accounts hacked. Not the least of which is someone whose entertainment takes are absolute garbage, Matt Walsh.
Yeah, some of the stuff I agree with, just nothing that has to do with entertainment.
Yeah, he's like
Stick to
Jordan
politics.
Jordan Peterson. They both overstepped their lanes.
You know who like kind of has some funny takes? I don't necessarily agree with all of all of them. Is Ben Shapiro.
Let's just say hypothetically.
Let's just say hypothetically, I fuck Matt Walsh in the ass behind a Denny's. That still makes me less gay than the average My Hero Academia fan. You can go ahead and clip that. The whole reason I said it out here is because I'm not ashamed of it.
Funny.
I give Ronnie ammunition in the server, so I don't care what he has to say about me.
Yeah, where is Ronnie? He's MIA lately.
He's probably operating a Grey Pilgrim puppet account to get clips.
That motherfucker will clip you. Pilgrim, you don't need Ronnie. He'll
let him. I don't care, dude. I mean, I've said some cringe stuff that's still up on my channel. I don't give a shit.
Until you don't have a channel.
It's fine by me.
Just make a new one.
I'll just make a new one. I'll make it better than the last one. I'll make my own channel with blackjack, hookers. Rollo said he was going to be here in like 15 minutes.
I was just going to ask.
Yeah, so
like this was a great stream, Rollo.
Yeah, well. So, anyone watch anything good lately?
Nothing new. Yeah, I'm kind of in this phase where I don't really want to watch anything new. I don't want to get disappointed. I'm just particular with any new project now that comes out. Yeah, the last one I saw was Napoleon. And you know how that went.
Yes.
I am looking forward to Masters of the Air, as we were talking about last night. But yeah, no, other than that, I've just been doing, I don't know if you saw that Walking Dead video I did.
I haven't checked it out yet. I've been kind of all over on my own stuff.
So Andrew Lincoln's coming back. I don't think the show is going to be good. So like when Andrew Lincoln Rick left the show, it went from being kind of going downhill to completely dropping off.
It fell off a cliff at that point.
He fell off a cliff. No longer was like the story it was obvious they didn't know what to do with the show anymore. They basically, to try to make up for that drop in people that were watching it, they tried to go down the agenda route, and they had just like a bunch of girl bosses. They had a bunch of ESG or not ESG, a bunch of POC stuff. So they had like these two characters that were both female, they're sisters, they were African American, and they were deaf in a zombie apocalypse.
How did they survive?
My point. That's actually what I talked about in the video I did. And
if you're deaf in a zombie apocalypse, that's kind of a huge disadvantage.
In this trailer, they show a little person, a midget, and I talked about it in the video. I was like, so we're looking at like a decade and a half after the apocalypse started, the first wave of zombies. So even if he realistically survived that first wave, which is unlikely, as a midget, he's going to survive all the other survivors who are probably evil people fucking shit up, which is what The Walking Dead is about. Like, the idea is The Walking Dead aren't the zombies. The Walking Dead are the humans that survived. So
the only way I'd accept that is if that little man had a minigun.
I mean,
define minigun.
That That was-
Are we talking like
was
a
clever.
Calibri
That was
pistol, or are
clever.
we talking about Roland's minigun?
Oh, I don't want you to get copyrighted. Sorry. So sorry.
Hey, Rolo.
What's up, boys? Got out of work late, but I'm glad to be here.
Nice,
Hey.
man.
Glad to have you
I'm
on the
tired
stream.
as shit, so I'm monotone tonight.
Yeah, it was a super busy friggin' work day.
You can
I slammed an
expect me
energy
not
drink
to
right
make
before
fun
we
of you a
started,
bunch.
That's okay.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. A little bit tired, but it was worth it. Okay.
But yeah,
doing great.
Krim, I want you to pull up the Pilgrim's comment there really quick.
This one?
being deaf isn't a disadvantage. Look at Echo. Shut the fuck up.
Technically, Pilgrim, I'm not late because I told Crimson I would be here late. Technically,
tell all of
Well,
us.
the point is, Roland, you're late and gay.
Put a chicken and make her late and gay.
Put a chicken and make it gay and lame. The burgers off. No, the stock prices where they go.
Silence, you glorified wad of trash, or I'll squash you like a roach!
Space Swig is too good with that voice. That's boy.
Honestly, he does a lot of impressions that are scarily accurate at times. So
Yeah, that's so accurate.
So Crimson, where I was going with that though was that, like, you know, this show, I don't expect it to be good, but that's the only thing I could remotely say other than Masters of the Air and Avatar, that I'm like looking forward to in a way, just to see what they do with it. I don't think it's gonna end up. I think they're gonna do the same bullshit. Seeing a oh, sick! I actually just noticed that. But seeing
I got so many compliments on this from like people at work today. It was great.
Nice. But seeing a
Avatar, they're like, "What's your favorite bending?"
seeing a midget though in a zombie apocalypse show does not make
that's like a snack. A snack.
What are we talking about?
Walking Dead. There's a midget.
I have
in
no
the
idea what you guys are on.
I asked what everyone was watching. I
Let me grift. Let me grift.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, it's absurd. I mean, because I know you watched the first like half of third.
I watched
of the
up
show,
until they
right?
killed Glenn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, the
You
show
gotta
gets.
keep a midget around though, because you can run faster than them.
I mean,
it's like
how did
Borderlands.
he last?
You just
How did he
swing
last
over
a
the hard
decade
zombies
and a
with a
half?
buzz
That's
axe.
what I'm saying. How does a midget last a decade and a half? And people like Glenn die. I don't understand that. Unless you keep him, like, unless you're someone like Negan, you're like, keep the midget. He's gonna be
Keep
my
the midget. He's
yeah.
funny as fuck.
He's
He's, the
funny.
midget. He's my court jester. He's
Yeah,
funny.
exactly. No,
He's at just the right height to do what I want him to do.
But that's the thing. Yeah. That's my point though, is like, Rick was the only really thing that was keeping that show alive, and now that they're doing a spinoff about Rick, I think they at least have a chance of drawing in a few viewers for the first couple of episodes at the minimum.
This is after Glenn's death.
After everything, yeah.
I'm
This
not
is after
watching.
everything.
He dies in the comics. He should die in the movie or in the show.
Yeah, I didn't read the comics. I didn't. I mean, Carl dies in the comics like right away.
Yeah, Carl dies after him, I think, though.
I think before.
That kills
I think before.
people.
Is it Carl?
Carl! No, look, he's a good actor. Like, even though he's supposed to be dead from the source material, I don't really give a shit.
All I can think
No.
of is
They
the
changed.
wheel, the bitches.
No, they
Yes.
I had the craving for flesh that only hands can
pair him.
satisfy.
They pair him with a dude that's 6'8". They tie a chain to his feet, and he holds a sword while the guy swings him around.
How would you have crazy weapon though? When he can jump on you, like, he could straight up like you'd be like
Is that
swinging.
right? You could be right. You're so right!
Just swing him around and then he's just like,
Yeah, exactly. Or you know that kung fu style where they have the chain and the sword.
Yeah.
That's what the guy's doing. And he kicks out, throws the midget, pulls him back in, swings him around.
Get over here!
Yeah, but you didn't even have to stab him because you could just have the midget grab him and then pull him.
I choose you.
You just kill a midget and he's like, dude, that's so much like that reminds me completely. If you've ever seen Yu Yu Hakusho, that's like Toguro and his brother. Straight up. It's straight up Toguro and his brother, bro.
All right, so Yu Yu Hakusho has midgets on chains. Got it.
His older brother just sits on his shoulder the whole time. Because he's just fucking massive. And his older brother is just like 3 feet tall and just stands on top of his shoulder.
That's so good.
I had to mute him. He's going to be laughing like that hysterically for a while. All right. But yeah, as far as The Walking Dead goes, they shot that series in the leg right around the time they started doing all the Negan stuff.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I'm laughing at him. Laughing.
Again, though, it's not. I don't expect it to be a crazy success. I just want to see Rick back in the role. That's really it. I want to see Andrew Lincoln again.
Yeah, actually, as far as that show goes, like Rick was the best part of it.
He's the only reason why I stuck through it the longest I did.
Yeah.
Rick,
and then they started turning him into a pussy.
Daryl's sick. Daryl's sick.
Okay, actually, yeah, that's true. Daryl, I forgot Daryl existed.
Not even
Daryl's
just
a badass.
Rick.
Can
we just have a second to talk about how great Dale was before they killed him?
Dale, he was underrated character. I actually hated him at first, and then started realizing he's like the last one that has a rational thought. Or a rational
Dale, who was Dale?
Dale's the old guy with the beard.
The RV.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
I didn't like him at first, but he was the last good one. And then be honest,
he dies on top of the RV because he stays there at the farm.
He doesn't die on the RV. He doesn't die on the RV. He gets bitten in the stomach and dies in a field.
Oh, well, he dies after the RV then.
I'm not even those comments up. You know what? Fuck you, Pilgrim. Fuck you.
Wait.
No, but you know what, Rolo, you're right.
Why? I don't even need to know why. Fuck you, Pilgrim.
No, you're right, Rolo. Dale was a good character. Glenn was one of my favorites. That's why I was
okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Glenn was my favorite.
Well, that's why I actually I stopped watching the show for a bit after because I was so angry when they showed us who they killed because Abraham became one of my favorite characters. And Glenn was already one of my favorite characters.
Abraham and I always call him
in the same episode.
I always call him Seamus because he looks like Seamus from
Yeah. Well, they tried to. So I was actually having this conversation with a couple of people in Discord the other night. Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead were airing at the same time.
Yeah.
And Game of Thrones was famous for killing off characters. You don't know who's going to die, right? So they kind of started that whole thing. And I think Game of Thrones saw that and were Walking Dead showrunners saw that were let's start trying to copy Game of Thrones. And then they kill off two of the you don't do it like that. No suspense, no build up. They just pop two characters that you love and you're fuck you.
You know what? Yeah. To bring this back,
as soon as they killed Glenn, I was like, "Go fuck it! You're leaving Maggie, bro."
I think they hijacked the stream.
Yeah. To bring this back to more like an anime thing, another an anime that that does that really well. Well, I opened this can of worms when I asked.
Yeah, I came in during the middle of this, so.
Yeah. Another.
I got to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, another anime that does the killing off characters when you wouldn't expect it really well. Jujutsu Kaisen.
I was gonna say JJK.
Yeah, dude, Shibuya arc is fucking brutal.
Best anime of the year, and I will not hear anything else from anyone.
Sorry, but Free Ren's best anime of the year, if you ask me.
Free Ren, you just told me about it. I gotta watch it, so I can't say yet. I can't forget the Love Is War movie.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, just by the way, there is another season coming. There is more to the story after that.
What?
Yes, there's more Love is War. There's a whole arc to the manga that hasn't happened yet.
Bro, don't get my hopes up.
No, it's an actual thing.
That's the only like rom-com that I will watch religiously. I freaking love Love is War.
Dude, Love is War is
goated. Best
goated.
narrator in any anime. Best narrator.
All right. Since we're on the topic of rom-com, Horimiya.
That's a close second, but I get Love is War.
I haven't watched that, so you guys got to give me, if you've watched Love is War, give me recommendations for something else that I would like.
I think Horimiya is fun. It's a little bit more shoujo than Love is War, but it's
still entertaining as hell.
Like situational comedy. Like they do the whole like we're gonna turn this random like everyday event into a joke. Like, oh, I can't keep up with this pop. I don't keep up with popular music and all of that. So I recognize all these random anime songs because my younger brother watches this stuff, and it's weird. It's good though. It's good as far as that.
I watched the trailer. After we talked about Free Run the other night.
Can you give me a wrench real quick, Crimson?
You know, I'm thinking I might give you a wrench. Oops. I think I actually have to pull the freaking.
No, you just click those 3 buttons on the YouTube chat. Oh yeah.
I actually have to pull up my own stream on YouTube. I normally don't. Let me do that here.
Sorry.
Daimyo. Add as moderator.
Am I good?
I think you have a wrench now.
Cool.
Oh man.
It's just for a minute. He'll be back.
I can't help but troll a little bit. We do a little bit of troll.
Well,
Can I ask you guys?
if it's Pilgrim, you have to. If Ronnie pops in here, troll the shit out of him.
Can I ask you a random animated question?
Go ahead.
I haven't seen you talk about it yet, but I know we personally haven't talked about it together. Is Arcane season 2 and even the first one? What are your thoughts? Did you like the first season? What are you expecting out of the second one?
Honestly,
and did you like the trailer?
I never watched Arcane.
Okay.
And one of the big reasons was it just didn't stand out as something I wanted to watch.
Okay.
So I saw a lot of people praise it and all of that, so I can't speak to quality. Seems like everyone liked it, but I just wasn't interested in League of Legends because it's League of Legends.
League of Legends is a toxic cesspool. I'll just say that.
Every single time I would hit up my friends about League, or I would hit up my friends, they would say, all my PC guys that like live like 20 minutes away from me, I'd be like, yo, you guys want to hang out, have a bonfire? They're like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm just finishing up this game of League. And 2 hours later, I get a call. And it's like, yeah, I just finished my game of League. Can I come?
Yeah, you're describing my best friend.
That's like literally my friends. They're like, yeah, I'll just finish this League game real quick. I'm like, I'll in 3 hours.
I was going out to dinner with my parents and a couple other people. My mom's like, invite George. And I go, hey man, my parents want to know if you like wanted to come to dinner with us. And he goes, I have a tournament. I'm sorry, bro. Acting like it was some big like some big thing. He's like, I have a tournament from 3 to 11. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna be playing League for 8 hours. Got it. But no, it's honestly, I don't really give a shit. But I just thought it was funny.
But it's just I fuck with my friends. I'm like,
so
even if it's not them like actually playing it, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll be there soon. I'm like, yeah, you just gotta finish your League match.
So I didn't watch, or I don't play League. I didn't know anything about it. I did watch Arcane. I was enjoying it for about the first and second act, and then the third act, it got, in my opinion, real preachy about like rights and about like Yeah, I just felt like it got girl bossy too with the main character. And
That's kind of how I feel about Blue Eye Samurai, but it's like that from the very beginning, honestly.
Well, that's what I heard about Blue Eye. So
yeah,
not to cut you short, but
no, I think you're correct for not wanting to for kind of seeing it for what it was without actually watching it. I don't like giving strong opinions about stuff I haven't watched unless it's something like the Marvels, because that was just I watched enough of Ryan Kindle's videos. I'm being a little facetious, but you know what I'm saying.
No, like I get what you're saying as far as like it may have been a good show to start with, but it got poisoned by the people who were making it. Same with Blue Eye Samurai. It's not like they're sitting there preaching at you, but like the like subtle things they do, like there is not a single good male character in that whole series. I'm 6 episodes in out of 8, and there has not been a single male character who hasn't been absolutely awful, except for the retarded character.
Well, from what I remember, dog, I see that. From what I remember, it's the same with Arcane. It's the same with Arcane. So I could be mistaken here, but I'm pretty sure the 2 characters. There might. I can't speak to that, but I do know by the end there's some long monologue where she's like talking about her. I don't know, just how horrible this dude treated her. I just say, yeah. I see enough of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't finish all of Arcane. I kind of got like off of it because around the same time I want to say that Arcane came out, Cyberpunk Edge Runners came out, and I was like all in on that. That was my
never watched that.
It's fucking awesome.
Same. Look, everyone loved Cyberpunk, but I never
so good, dude. The show is so.
It's by Trigger, right?
Yes, it's by Trigger.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's really damn good, and it takes place before the game, so it's actually really cool because things happen in the show that then add into what happens in the game, and then on top of that, while you're in the free world, you can see stuff that these characters have done from the show that has affected the world. And then not only that, like you can actually go to the bar where the legends all have drinks named after them. You can like buy a drink named after the character from the show. And then when you buy the drink, it gives you like a side quest to go and get his outfit and his weapons and shit. It's really fucking cool. So like they turn it into like a whole thing, but I really enjoyed it, and the show is like 10 times better than the game. Seriously.
You know what I think one of the most slept on animated series is Animatrix.
I've heard of that one.
I knew it. I knew it. It's slept on, bro. Do you like the Matrix movies?
Me? So let me give you a little bit of an explanation here. I watched the Matrix movies when I was, I don't know, like a preteen or something like that with my dad. And I had heard of the Animatrix, and I didn't even get into anime until I was in college. So like 18, 19 years old. And that's when I started hearing, that's when I kind of remembered like, oh yeah, the Animatrix was a thing. And then I could never find it. So,
dude, it's fucking, yeah, I had to go. Dude, it's got to be on Crunchyroll. It's got to be on there, is it not?
You watch Psycho-Pass. I think Daimyo would like Psycho-Pass.
Rolo, have you watched Animatrix yet? So no.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but
so no.
Not
you would know if you had watched it, dude. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, not forever.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, man. It's fucking good.
All right. I'm kind of looking at it's got a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes, so
ooh,
it's good, dude.
It looks like okay, I found a place that tells you where to watch it. Oh, it's on Apple TV.
Oh, sick.
Yep. I don't have Apple TV, but if you guys do, I highly suggest that.
I don't want to be giving Steve Jobs my money, so
I actually have a special resource that requires me to put on a straw hat
Talk to me after.
I'm gonna see if I can find it there.
What's that rule?
Talk to me after.
What? After what?
The stream.
Okay. About what?
Apple TV.
Oh, cool. I'll for sure take your login.
The anime.
Hey. Hey.
Unfortunately, no. Okay, that doesn't work.
Never said that.
Okay.
What's going on?
Okay, so Daimyo, you kind of covered what you're excited for. Master of the Air, you're a little bit interested in this Walking Dead stuff, yeah?
Yeah, and Avatar. That's about it.
Avatar. I have basically made it my business to watch like just about every new release for the winter season here as far as anime goes. I've watched like the first 2 episodes, and some of it makes me wish I could bleach my eyeballs and forget I had ever watched some of that stuff. And some of it is really fucking fantastic. So, Solo Leveling, I don't know if you in particular would like it, Daimyo. Roland and Ian probably would, but it's like a action series, kind of like science fiction.
Everyone assumes I won't like stuff.
Well, I'm just trying to base it off of what you've told me about your tastes, okay? You say you like stuff that has like a good story or a deeper story to things. And like comparative to like Attack on Titan, right?
Yeah.
Solo Leveling isn't so much that. It has a good story, but doesn't have some like deep, compelling like motif to it, like Attack on Titan does. I liked Metallic Rouge, even though a fair number of people seem to think it's
wow, you took my wrench away already?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that was like a temporary thing for now.
That's fine.
So you give him powers, but your own brother, your co-host, doesn't get.
You're not even in the chat. Go fuck yourself.
All right, I didn't mean to derail. Keep going.
Yeah. So right now, I think the things that I've liked the most are Solo Leveling and Metallic Rouge. They're kind of like action stories. Metallic Rouge is a little bit more complex of a story. And it's like dealing with like you have these android people living amongst humans. It's set on Mars. It's really science fiction. And there's kind of like this like mystery thriller aspect to it of like trying to figure out what this group of evil android people is trying to accomplish by stealing drugs and committing terror attacks. And
so I got one to show you.
What you got?
So this is. Have you ever heard of Dandadan?
Yeah, I think we've talked about this. Dandadan, the only anime that any panel out of context can be interpreted as a hentai.
Did you see the? So basically, the premise of the show is that the one kid believes in aliens and has been abducted, and the other girl believes in ghosts and it can see them or something around that. And
yeah, what
basically the whole premise of the story, it's made by the editor, the head editor of Chainsaw Man. And basically the premise is the aliens stole my balls. I swear to God, the aliens stole his balls.
No. The premise is an old ghost lady stole my balls and then lost them.
The aliens. And the old ghost lady is voiced by freaking Luffy.
Colin Clicker.
Yeah. So do you care if I show the trailer?
No, actually I've covered it on this
oh, never mind then.
I've covered it on this channel anyway, but we can go over it. Dude, I freaking love Dandadan manga, dude.
Dude, it's great.
The series is like this trailer looks great to me.
What the fuck?
Not like that California. Holy shit. What a shot to pause on, huh?
おい。一物しゃぶらせろ。
That's Luffy's voice actor.
Yes, I know. No, and knowing what's being said in that scene, no.
Yeah,
but overall, it's a good story, and the irony of it is it's like the on the surface level you would think it's like a shonen battler, but actually, like the whole plot of it is a romance
for a reason.
What?
The whole
Not a good reason.
Did someone say gatekeeper?
No, I said she Nikki for a reason.
Anyway, yeah, Dandadan is one that over like for the year, definitely excited to see. Same with like ReZero season 3, Konosuba season 3.
Never even watched ReZero.
Fuck, I forgot season 3 is coming.
All right, give me
Now,
one.
is that recommended from you?
ReZero?
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one. I personally really love ReZero. It's my second favorite anime I've ever watched. But that's because it's a little bit more of a personal reason. And I can understand that why a lot of people might not like it. So
Krim has a serious lack of touching titties, so.
Well, no, that's the reason I watch stuff like that's the reason I watch stuff like Chain Soldier. Except for I don't have a Dami Mommy fetish, but
That's the reason that you watch Redo of Healer.
I do not watch Redo of Healer. I do not watch Redo of Healer. We do.
He does. Don't listen to him. He speaks nothing but lies.
Just fuck with.
Maru realized that no explanation would ever be enough to save him from this humiliation. The misunderstanding was as deep and dark as the gaping pit of despair that swallowed his soul.
By the way, I do recommend that anime, Heavenly Delusion. It's great.
I heard that's actually really good.
Yeah, it gets a little weird because there's some like body swap stuff that happens, but it's like it's a good like dark science fiction kind of story. I really freaking like it.
You guys don't look like brothers. That's funny to me.
Hi, Ronnie. How you doing?
Ronnie, you wouldn't even come on. Like,
anyway, so
if he sent you the.
I'm
link,
sorry. Is his profile picture? Is that fucking Barney?
Yeah, it is Barney. It's Barney.
So back to what I was saying. I
Barney.
Just about every release. I've watched just about every release for this winter season. That includes stuff like Chain Soldier and Gushing Over Magical Girls. And as far as that latter one goes, oh God,
Ronnie's here?
Yeah. I don't think I ever want to watch another episode of that show again.
I don't like Daimyo's smile. It is very malicious.
Yeah, it's absolutely malicious. He's like, yeah.
Hey, look. Here's the thing, Ronnie. I posted it in the YouTube chat on the server, so that's an invite for anyone to join in on being retarded with me here.
Fuck you, Ronnie.
I've been doing good.
I'm kidding. I love him. He knows.
Offering retardation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie is.
So, as far as like this winter season goes, I think Solo Leveling, Metallic Rouge are probably going to be the good one. There's also The Witch and the Beast that I have yet to get into, and that's one that I'm interested in.
Have you seen The Boy and the Heron yet?
Yeah,
I'm thinking about going to see it this weekend.
You should. I don't think it's Miyazaki's best film. Personally, I'm a fan of Howl's Moving Castle. But it's definitely a good film. Howl's Moving Castle, yes.
What do you think my favorite one is?
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, you're right.
You've told me that one before.
Yeah, Mononoke and Nausicaa are like my two favorites.
Oh, I think I told you this, but that blue box right there on my shelf.
That's Nausicaa.
That's Nausicaa, and I have the like expensive. I can get it off the shelf here.
Shake it, Krim.
The expensive steel cover version.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah, I love these steel cover.
Dude, and the dub version of that movie is so funny because it's Shia LaBeouf who plays the kid in Nausicaa.
That was weird.
Or no, is that Nausicaa or Castle in the Sky?
I think Shia LaBeouf is in
Castle in the
Nausicaa.
Sky. No, I think it's.
You know what?
It's
No.
Nausicaa. It's Nausicaa.
I'll be right back.
He's the kid from the other group.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
You
I
guys,
think
are you guys in the same house right now?
yes, actually we are.
I want to see your brother just run in and just be like,
Daimyo did earlier. It tripped him out.
Yeah, it did. He left, and all of a sudden he was behind him.
Yeah.
I looked down, no Ian on the screen, and then I look up, and he's behind Crimson. I was like, the fuck is going on here?
He has the ability to teleport.
Yeah, I did. Ronnie's message, Space Twinkie, ... I thought the same the second I saw that.
So there's actually a story behind that. And it's mostly the fact that I suggested the name as a PSN username as a joke, and my dad put it in for him, and he's just never changed it.
My original Xbox gamer tag was Unfolded Shelf.
Dude, mine was Recliner Man.
That's kind of sick, though. I fuck with that. Recliner Man. That's kind of dope. I'm the Recliner Man.
Only if you want the most retarded shit posts and racist memes available.
Well, that's the dojo in general, isn't it?
I guess, yeah. I guarantee you, like 2 days, he'll be kicked by Risk.
One of my favorite ones that I ever got, one of my favorite gamer tags. Because remember when Xbox on 360 used to have the wheel, and you could spin the wheel, and it would come up with different names?
I never had an Xbox. I only ever used PlayStation.
So on Xbox, if you wanted to change your name, you could either type in a name on your own, or you could spin the wheel. And it would give you, like, it would go and just be like random 2 words. I got singular nut. And I never.
Wait, where did I come back to?
I had that shit. That's my gamer tag for.
We started talking about your name, Space Twinkie.
Oh,
yeah. But I was bored one night and I was just flicking through the names to see what it could come up with, and then all of a sudden, singular nut 01 came up, and I was like, "Ain't no way, I'm not buying that." So I bought the name and changed my name from what it was to that. So I was singular nut. And people
Pilgrim. So just to explain a little bit here, this guy right here, if you notice something very particular about him, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Oh yeah.
9.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it on stream. Otherwise, I could go on a whole tirade, but I'm not.
Hey, how are you doing?
He'd actually fit in pretty well with everyone in the dojo. He's a dickhead like the rest of us.
He would fit in with all of us in the dojo.
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn German just so I can scream insults or nonsense.
No, I want to learn German for the exact. So I'm. Most people, Crimson and Daimyo know this. I'm like 75% German. So I'm like, I want to learn German so I can walk up to someone and say like, "Hey, you! I hope you're having a great day." But it sounds like "Ich eigen Hugen to Dagen Siegen Dagen," and they'll just like, "What?" And like I'm just saying nice things.
Yes,
I'm just constantly saying nice things to people, but they're just like, "Ah."
999.
99999.
9999999.
All right, let's knock it off with the. That was the wrong clip. That was the wrong clip.
Is that Shad? What the fuck?
Yeah, that was Shad. That was the wrong clip.
What's the right clip?
The right clip was no, just no. All right, so
anyways,
yeah, it's it seems like a lot of the good stuff as far as anime goes is going to be coming out in the spring, at least the stuff I'm looking forward
All
to.
summer for me. It's like Chainsaw Man and Bleach. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah,
Bleach is
Chainsaw Man
overrated.
is
We'll talk about
definitely something I'm looking forward to because it's a movie.
Bleach is underrated.
I don't know.
I said that just to piss you off.
He's never watched Bleach.
I've never touched Bleach.
No, it's underrated. I won't defend it because I do agree with people. There's some bullshit filler in that show, but if you knock that out of the equation, it's fucking awesome. But the filler is also really good because it builds character for people that you don't usually get character for. And then by the time you're at the Blood War, then it matters because now you're at the Blood War, everybody fucking matters. And then
Did I accidentally just ban Pilgrim? Whoops.
Hey, let me get my wrench back.
I thought it was intentional.
No.
I need my wrench back.
You can't unban him.
I can't.
I don't think so.
Did you just ban him from the...
I was trying to put him in timeout.
You can unban. There's no way you can just ban people.
That's why Jay is still banned from Eric July because he can't unban him.
Wait, what?
That's why Jay got accidentally banned from Eric July and he can't unban him. He meant to ban somebody and clicked on Jay by accident. It's the same thing. I don't think you can unban him.
There's a certain clip that comes.
No,
to mind
you can
and
unban. Unblock someone when you forget the user. Remember. Wait. I have to unblock.
the music goes something along the lines of.
I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Forgot to grab a drink before I came back. Damn
If I
it.
do that, oops.
Go grab a drink.
No.
You're not going anywhere. Did you get sunburned, Twinkie?
What? No. Why? Is it
You look
because
like you look like you got sunburned.
my cheeks are just my face just naturally turns red? I don't get it.
My face is just naturally red, but my eyes.
I'll figure this out eventually.
And my hair stays blonde, and my eyes stay blue.
I owe it to Pilgrim to unban him. I was trying to put him in timeout for making jokes in my.
The Jew jokes are for me, not you.
Yeah.
Why? You're Jewish and he's not?
I don't know what I am, honestly.
Okay. So I think I know how to do it.
All right. Listen, fellas. I actually got to get out of here.
Yeah, go ahead.
But thank you so much for having me on, Crimson, and I'm sure we're gonna
Yep.
talk. Oh, actually, though, I'm not streaming tomorrow. For your information, because
Okay.
I got some family stuff to do.
Are you streaming it all this week or no?
Well, I've streamed 3 times this week, so I would say no. Probably
You're not gonna do
Wednesday.
it.
I'll do Wednesday and Sunday. Yeah, no, I'm doing my normal schedule. It's just not
there's
tomorrow.
something that I have to research for Wednesday or no?
I don't know yet.
Just
You don't
text
ever research them anyway. But
Yes.
regardless,
Fuck off. Just text me.
I was fucking with you. Nice to meet you, Ian. It was a pleasure.
Nice to meet you too, Daimyo.
Wait, what the fuck? Before I leave, you bring Pilgrim back and give him the wrench?
Is he back?
With a wrench. The
Yeah,
wrench.
you
I don't see
moderated him.
I don't see.
The wrench of vengeance.
I don't see any comments. Am I just? Am I just dumb?
I'm not leaving until I find out that he has a wrench or not.
I think I did mod him to see if that would do anything to evade the ban, but
Well, then take it away. He's
Ronnie has a wrench.
no,
No,
he
you
just,
don't. No, he doesn't.
no, he just put
No,
a
he
wrench emoji in. Wait, no, maybe he doesn't because. Wait,
What
what?
say? Ronnie has a wrench and I don't, bro.
I'm going to figure this
Grim
out.
doesn't trust his own brother for shit. I don't have any
you're
permissions.
You're not in my chat. You're not in my chat, so fuck you.
Okay, well, good night, fellas. I'll see you in Discord later tonight.
Yeah.
Feel free to invite your brother to the Discord. Matt might kick him immediately.
Yeah. Community.
Just tell Matt that he's stupid. And
It
bold.
says Pilgrim isn't blocked. Hidden users. He's not on the list. He is a moderator, though. Maybe he just left. Maybe he's not here.
Oh, come on, not Crimson. Pilgrim. Come on, Pilgrim. Wizard is never early, nor is he late.
He'll be a mod until
Means to Pilgrim.
until later.
Doc, get the defibrillators. He's not breathing.
I'll have to figure this out, but I think I did figure out how to
ban. Fuck.
How to unban him because I can.
Oh, what a night!
Yes.
This is definitely interesting. Yeah, I honestly.
Yeah, I think we do, and we just move into some like random chill anime talk. That's kind of what I was going to do. I can't really get into it with Daimyo because Daimyo doesn't watch as much as I do, or any of us, really. But
so, what did you guys think of the very final episode of JJK? Have you watched it yet?
Dub is not out yet. I have not watched one for this week. I'm like I said last time we talked, I'm at the point where Mahito is right in front of Geto. Yep.
The last episode I watched was
oh, bro. Oh my god. You haven't read the manga?
No, I have not.
So you have no idea what's happening after he's like, when Geto shows up and Geto's like, "Do you want my assistance, Mahito?" Like that's where it ends.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
The last episode I watched.
You're gonna lose your shit, Crimson. It's so good. It's so good.
The last episode I watched was Pump Daddy Toji coming into the what's his face's domain. So I'm way behind.
Oh shit! You're talking about like
a while ago. He's talking about a while ago.
Where Toji pops up into the domain.
Yeah, and then
Guro opens up.
And then the episode ended. Yeah.
So I have a few.
Freaking catch up, dude.
I know.
I have a few predictions for this year. I think the big ones for the year are probably going to be, as far as shonen goes, Solo Leveling, Dandadan, Kaiju number 8. I think those are going to absolutely kill it this year.
Kaiju number 8 looks awesome. It's from the creator of Tokyo Ghoul, so I'm so fucking down.
It's also the first anime to ever stream on Twitter.
Yeah, it's Suyu Ishida. Yeah, Suyu Ishida like had a whole thing where he wanted to make that on X. So I'm pretty down for that. Like I Suyu Ishida is the reason I really got into anime. Because if I didn't start watching Tokyo Ghoul, I probably wouldn't be an anime fan.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't like a lot of aspects of season 3 and 4, there's some. Kaneki is such a fucking badass.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whenever that motherfucker just does this and he just goes, it cracks the finger, you know, and he'll tilt his head.
Okay, Pilgrim's back. There we go. So look, sorry, I gotta apologize to Pilgrim because I accidentally banned him while I was trying to put him in timeout because he was making dumb jokes in my chat. Mistakes were made in the heat of passion, Jimbo.
It's okay.
So I actually have something to show you really quick.
Yeah, for sure.
He's pulling his cock up.
No! Ah!
I know Krim couldn't hear that, but
I got Tokyo Ghoul. I got one volume of Tokyo Ghoul right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
And as far as the art style goes, I feel like it still looks pretty like
manga's better.
Corporate.
Manga's better.
I can't say like Dandadan by comparison looks like it has a bit of like the creator's own flair to it. This looks like it adheres a little bit more to like standard art styles of the manga industry.
Yeah.
But I can't judge it on story quality or anything yet. I will still have to.
Old.
So I'm going to read this, and this is going to determine whether or not I continue, like, buying this series physical. Because this The only reason I have it is because I came across it at my local comic shop and decided I
So
was going
you
to.
haven't read any of it yet.
Nope, haven't read it, haven't watched the series,
So
nothing.
you know nothing about Tokyo Ghoul. Like you know nothing at all.
I know absolutely nothing.
I'm just gonna say I recommend. That's it.
Okay.
The only manga that I own, and it's thanks to Crimson.
You own some Ruby manga, don't you?
It's been gone for some time. I do want to collect. I want to collect Mob Psycho, and I want to collect Ruby. Ruby, as trash as it is, I'll admit that it's my guilty pleasure. It's my guilty pleasure.
No. I grew up as a Rooster Teeth fucking fanboy. I watched every season of Red vs. Blue. I stopped at 13 because 14, 15, and 16 were fucking shit. Just end with 13 because that's when you get the final battle and then it cuts right before the battle starts. Just imagine the rest of it. Like, don't watch Red versus Blue past 13 and you're good because that has the best fucking ending.
Another series that I want to get for my collection. Have you ever read this one?
Blame?
Yeah.
Not.
Dude, I gotta show you some of this artwork. As much as like Tsutomu Nihei's storytelling annoys me, let's see if I can get this to. His artwork is so freaking good looking.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Like, and these are like huge. They're like the Berserk Deluxe size. So they're gonna run a pretty penny. They're like $30 a piece, but oh my god, are they freaking worth it? I think Blame is a great seinen series, dude.
I'll have to check it out.
I actually do recommend it. Even Razor Fist recommends Blame.
Is there an anime for it?
There is, but I don't think the anime is as good as the manga.
Okay. I highly recommend Star Blazers, by the way. That's
like Battleship Yamato?
Yes, sir.
See, I don't even know. There's so many of those like movies and stuff. I don't know which one to start with.
No. It's not movies. It's not movies. I can show you if you.
Yeah, you'll have to show me which one to start with.
I'll show you what to start with. But I remember when I was like 6 or 7 years old, my mom got my dad the full box set of Battleship Yamato. Both seasons, all fully on disc, like nice. And all the behind the scenes and all that shit. It's fucking so cool. And it's only 2 seasons, but it's freaking immaculate. Like I
hear actually a lot of good things about Battleship Yamato.
You have an amazing general as your like mentor throughout the whole thing. You have such a good love story that's going on throughout the whole thing. You also have great characters like left and right. Like everybody is involved. Every single person of the crew who is part of like the bridge, they're all important. And it's really oh my god, it's all about saving Earth and it gets crazy.
Hey.
Like really freaking crazy. And like I cried like twice watching that show. Because I'm like, this is even good, and then all of a sudden, like,
Love is War movie, First Kiss That Never Ends, dude. That one fucking hit me hard, bro. When he starts like talking about how like
if you cried,
he just like can't be himself around her.
If you like, cried during Love Is War, you will like.
It's not like I'm not gonna say I cried during Love Is War,
dude,
but
I'm not even,
that one hit me in the feels.
I'm not even saying that's like, oh, you cried. No, fuck yeah,
no.
I cried during Love Is War too. But
it's like the meme of the man. He didn't even cry during the Titanic. Do men even have feelings?
Yeah, it's like, bro, how did you not shed a tear during this?
Dude, it is without a doubt. Love Is War is like the best romance. I should say one of the best romances I have ever seen in any format. Yeah. And the only thing I think is better is the dynamic between Guts and Casca and Berserk. In that one, look, if that one doesn't rip your heart out, I don't know. I doubt you even have a soul at that point, dude.
Oh my god, that shit hurts, man.
Yes, like
Fuck you, Griffith.
yeah.
Shit. But dude, I'm telling you, read Tokyo Ghoul because that is one of the best love stories I've ever witnessed. Ever. Between
there's a lot of them that I think you
and
pointed out to
Toga.
me that I still need to start, like Tokyo Ghoul, Battleship Yamato, Yu Yu Hakusho. I just started Attack on Titan, so I'm kind of set as far as a series, like a long series to watch, and then I have a bunch of my new stuff. So
Tokyo Ghoul, you could honestly end it with season 2 if you wanted to.
I don't want to watch the anime because from what I've heard, it's rough because of season 2.
No, season 2 is good. It's season 3 that's rough.
Oh, it's season 3. Okay.
Yeah, no. Watch the first and second season. 100% watch the first and second season.
Okay.
If you want to continue, 3 and 4, they're not Boruto. You know what I mean? Like they're not that bad. But they're not as good as season 1 and 2. But at least watch 1 and 2. Definitely.
Are you saying this in response to the you don't have a soul?
Yeah, we know you're a ginger.
Look, as far as like Crimson recommends when it comes to anime and manga, if you like the sort of dark, tragic storytelling that I do, Berserk and ReZero, great picks.
Tokyo Ghoul.
If you like good action, Jujutsu Kaisen is probably another good one. A competent series that carries like
a mixture of both.
Yeah.
You have
I don't think
you have the world's
his...
greatest. You have the world's greatest honorary DILF.
I don't think. I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen counts as like or hits the same as ReZero or Berserk, but it definitely does hurt at times. Like ReZero is the tragedy of watching like the struggling against the impossibility of a situation, much like Berserk.
Well, that's Tokyo Ghoul. It's the impossibility of. I'm trying to say it without spoiling.
Yes,
but it's like the impossibility of something has changed you, right? Something that you cannot control, and you have to live to deal with that. And it's something that is remarkably messed up that you now have to deal with for your life.
Well,
the rest of your life.
The dynamic of ReZero is you know what's going to happen, but you are not allowed to say anything that would change that fate. So trying to find a way to avoid, like, you know that someone's going to suffer an absolute brutal, horrific death right in front of your eyes.
But
but you can't do much about it. You can't tell them. You have to take the action on your own, but you're powerless.
Yeah, see, that reminds me of parts of Tokyo Ghoul where certain things happen where the main character, Kaneki, who I believe is one of the strongest main characters in all of anime, if not all of like anything that I've read or watched, but he's remarkably strong for what he went through. And
you could solo him.
And like he's not my favorite character, but I have to give that character credit for being what he is. And quite honestly, when you get into the show, you feel the constant pain that he's feeling. It's not even just pain. It's like you personally understand where he's coming from because you put yourself in his shoes. The show makes you put yourself in his shoes of I'm just a kid. I'm like 20 years old. I'm in college and I'm just tossed into this freaking world.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of a sudden.
Yeah, there's very, very similar vibes with ReZero. I mean, you have a guy who like
it came out around the same
has
time.
no place in the world, is his feeling. And all of a sudden he gets this power that allows him to like he gets like this ultimate power that allows him to like try and like change people's fates, but there's rules to it. It requires his death to activate, and he cannot tell anyone about what he knows of the future. So,
well. No, that's not true per se.
He's not allowed to give any direct information. He can say things like he gets around it with the whole Betelgeuse thing. Like, I think they may be able to possess me, but
no, it's telling.
It depending on who it is, it has different effects. Like when he tells Amelia about it, it has a different effect than when he tells other people about it.
That's true.
The normal effect is it starts like whatever is possessing him starts crushing his heart, like physically.
What?
Yeah. It's a weird series, and you start to understand it once you watch it. The only issue is like the main character himself can be a little bit of a like.
He's an insufferable simp.
Well, so
the first half of a season, yes, and then you get into like his semi-redemption in the second half of season 1, and then you get an entire explanation of his character in season 2.
Yeah, season 2 goes hard.
Yeah,
it goes really hard.
Mm-hmm. So I personally really love ReZero. It's one that like I kind of resonated with because it was all like a kind of a low point in my life when I watched that one. Not so much like, oh, well, I want to end everything, but like I was at that point where I was like, what is even the purpose of my life? What am I doing with myself? Like, is there even anything that like I bring to the table that adds value to anything? And that's kind of the mentality of the main character, Subaru.
Well, it's funny you say that because that's when I was watching Tokyo Ghoul. I went through a horrible, horrible breakup. I was like cheated on and shit like that after I was with the girl for like 2 years. And I started watching Tokyo Ghoul because my friend recommended it to me. And I really connected with Kaneki as a character. Just because, you know, he lives alone by himself all the time. Family's dead. He's just a guy trying to just do his thing, and he's a really nice guy. And he's just trying to do his thing. And he gets forced into all this other shit. And that kind of just really, really resonated with me at the time. Because I felt like I was going through the same, not the same shit, but I was going through something at the same time that he's going through something. So I would come home and just watch that. Just watch Tokyo Ghoul and binge it. Because it was all 4 seasons were out, or all 3 seasons were out at the time. I watched the 4th one weekly. But I remember just being like so connected with that character that at this point, like him and Ichigo. Because if I wasn't watching Tokyo Ghoul, I was watching Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really, really connected me. That was a time in my life that I was just like, anime is the shit. That's all I did.
For me, that period of my life was occupied by ReZero and Horimiya, which another like male character I kind of identify with, like the guy who's like everyone gives him like a bad reputation because he's quiet and like doesn't communicate with people, but just kind of a loner who doesn't know how to connect to people.
Right.
It's a really chill series. It's only 12 episodes long. I highly recommend it if you're like a fan of like the slice of life romance genre, because it's just good. I also laughed my ass off watching it.
It's a hilarious series.
So my friends told me when I first started watching Love is War.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Pilgrim, who would have thought?
Or another one that like was kind of an inspiration for me to start this whole channel, My Dress Up Darling. Have you watched that one?
Did you really like it?
Yeah. It's literally all about not being ashamed of your hobbies.
Yeah, I've heard about that show. I just never watched it. I wouldn't
I've heard
mind
it's-
watching it. I've just never seen it.
I think you'll get a kick out of it just for like it's kind of got a similar vibe to Love is War, but it's a little bit more fan servicey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Booba win.
Never mind.
And there's a season 2 coming out this year.
Well, one of the best shows for fan service is Akame ga Kill. That's got some great fan service in it. If you know what
I don't know. Don to Don's gonna be some pretty good fan service.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So is Konosuba.
Black Clover.
actually.
Black Clover has some fan service in it. You've seen the panel, right?
I have seen Black Clover.
Have you seen the panel in the manga with Noel and Mimosa and Nero?
All in the bath or whatever. Bro,
I
look.
was reading it and I was like, shit, I'm gonna look at this.
All I will say is, this doesn't mean I'm looking to die, but if some chick came up to me and caved my skull in with the centrifugal force of swinging her massive tits around, I'd be perfectly okay with it.
Yep. Watch Bleach. There's a lot of big-titted women in that show.
Yeah, I know, but if you talk about like Rangiku versus
so Kubo didn't go too crazy. He had a woman of every body type. There's a fat ass woman,
Rangiku,
ass woman, but then there's Rangiku, Rukia, Nanao, fucking, what's her name from Squad Zero? Who you haven't met yet? I don't think because you haven't watched Blood War. Did you?
What bitch? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you did watch.
Blood War gets an honorable mention in my top 10 of 2023.
Yeah, the fat chick.
Yeah.
Did you see her transformation?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
You didn't see our indie highlight earlier, dude.
I didn't.
I was talking about a comic with some really nice personalities.
You broke him.
Well, good on you, Pilgrim. Good on you. But I grew up homeschooled and never really had much interaction and kind of like avoided drawing attention to myself because I didn't want to be like the weird person, the odd one out. So
I was the exact opposite.
Yeah. Watching My Dress Up Darling was one of those shows where like you have a guy who's basically like who was in the same position as me. He was like keeping his hobbies a secret because he was afraid everyone was going to make fun of him for what he liked. And then he meets this chick who finds out his big secret, and she's ecstatic that he does all that stuff. She thinks it's awesome.
There you go. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, so
I've
it's
heard
a good story
about My Dress Up Darling.
Yeah, would recommend it. It's like a fan of like the romance slice of life stuff. That Horimiya, one that actually came out recently. This one I don't know, but it's just kind of like nice to watch. The Dangers in My Heart. It starts off really weird because the main character is absolutely like unhinged in the first episode. But
okay, word.
The chick is like, it made me realize I have a type, and the type is just like ditzy, airheaded women.
You know,
because they're the only one dumb enough to fall for you.
You know what problem is? I realized my type when I was a lot younger, and it's not done well for me.
What kind of woman is your type?
Yes, males gay. We love Chainsaw Man. At least I love Chainsaw. I've read up to where part 2 starts. So I
love Chainsaw Man.
I've read.
Do I love Chainsaw Man? I don't know. You tell me.
Hell yeah.
You can see my Pachita right over here next to my Rem doll.
Yeah, I've read up to right the end. Like, well, I'm actually
also
I'm
honorable
like
mention
20 chapters. What? I'm
yeah,
like,
it's a demon dog plush.
yeah, it's a demon dog. That's sick. That's the one who died. The black one died. Right?
Racist. I have a clip from Roman that we could use for that one.
Use it.
More racist than you realize.
Who's your favorite character?
My
Himeno.
favorite character in Chainsaw
Himeno.
Man?
Yep.
Danji, because he's the most relatable.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about!
I just want to touch some titties!
If I win, touching titties is a better dream! Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about!
Actually, here's my favorite
I
character.
gotta stop being loud.
Who's
Sorry,
my
guys.
favorite character in Chainsaw Man? Fuck me, that's
My Lord,
Again, I'm saying Himeno because
Don't get a boner. Don't get a boner.
Dude, Himeno
yeah,
is a fucking G.
she's great, dude. I love her.
But
I don't.
Broccoli, Benny.
What's that?
Benny's great.
Kobeni is goated. That bitch has no. Okay, so here's the thing. All right, great question. Great question. Now that we're talking about Chainsaw Man, what do you guys think? Because all the inspectors, right? They're all contracted with a devil. Who do you think Kobeni's devil is? Because we haven't seen. She's the only one that
I've read the manga. I know who.
No, they haven't revealed what her devil is.
She did say in the
What'd she
manga. She said she has a contract with the secret devil.
Okay, but do we have? Okay, where? Show me. You guys.
It's in like the. Oh, fuck, I forget.
I don't think Kobeni ever said she has a contract with.
I'm just gonna say power best girl. There's nothing that can change my mind.
I was thinking that hers was bad luck.
Okay, so I misinterpreted that. It just says she has a contract with an
It's a
unnamed
secret.
devil. Okay,
It's a secret.
I thought
But
she said
I-
it was like the secret devil is what she
Yes,
specifically
I
meant.
think it's bad luck. Because every time something good happens to her, bad things happen. Every single time. She never
See,
gets-
I have just started. I just started part 2, and I don't know how I feel about part 2 of Chainsaw Man.
You've seen War?
Yeah, I've just been introduced to Asa.
Okay. All right.
I have number 13 sitting up there next to my box set.
I'm a little bit farther than you, just a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a little bit farther than you. So what I'm thinking is that Kobeni's devil is the bad luck devil because everybody fears bad luck, but she's the lucky one, and if bad things happen, the more she is lucky.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think that's a solid theory.
So the more that bad shit's going on, the more powerful she gets. That's what I'm thinking. Because she's sprinting down the street like this with a freaking knife and just like slices that motherfucker
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah, I do think though that Power does deserve a shout out.
That's going to be my parting gift. Is Power is best girl because this
Power
show's been
is especially for what happens later in the manga. But I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't read it. Or people that are waiting for the show to come out. But Power is goated for 100%. Also, fuck Makima.
Yeah. If you're gonna take off, Ian, then do it now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Is so you guys can talk your advanced anime shenanigans without spoiling.
Yeah, and you can go waste your life playing Magic's Gathering.
All right,
Not
shenanigan, man.
Not Magic, but 7 days. Yes.
All right. Have fun.
Adios.
Thanks
Roland,
for sticking around.
I was gonna say, yeah.
As long as you did. Everyone, give some love to this guy because he's great. Give us your best Perfect Cell impression before you go.
I refuse. I'm just kidding.
No, just give me a Palpatine.
Kermit, that's Viagra. Anyways, I'll see myself out the door.
Devil Artemis. Devil Artemis.
That's awesome.
Also, Meisuke, is that a Pomni profile picture? I will send him the invite to the dojo.
Yeah, we'll get him in the dojo. That'll be easy. That'll be easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, since you've watched or you've read Chainsaw, have you gotten to any of the, like, what part are you at with what's her name? The new chick.
With Asa?
Asa, yeah.
She's just I just got done with the first Tonkabon volume for part 2. And like Denji did his thing. He saved the freaking cat instead of all the people, you know, being a usual dickhead.
What's Asa doing?
Still figuring out her powers.
Okay.
So she's still friends with the one like chick who joined the devil hunting club with her.
Okay. All right. I know where you're at then.
But knowing Chainsaw Man, that chick is fucked. So
have you seen any other devils yet? Or no?
I saw the cockroach devil possessing the bat devil. And that
you haven't seen anything else then?
No, I have not.
The only thing I'm gonna say,
because I read much slower. I like to buy physicals when it comes to this stuff.
It's not a spoiler, but all I have to say is think about the primal fears. Things that every human is afraid of. How powerful will those devils be?
Well, we've already kind of seen how powerful the Hell Devil was. And the Darkness Devil. We saw the Hell Devil and the Darkness Devil in part 1.
But think about other primal fears.
War, death,
falling, drowning.
I don't think those really count.
They do. Everybody's afraid of falling. Not a single person on the planet is okay with falling off of a building. Ronnie, you're a fig.
I can bring up some gay stuff, dude.
What the fuck?
I saw some cursed fucking shit, dude. Before we started.
I've seen some very cursed things.
Have you seen Femme Griffith making out with guts? Cursed?
Jesus Christ, get that out of fuck. Why is that in my head now? You son of a bitch.
Yeah, no. It's it's bad. It's bad. I'm not gonna pull it up.
You better pull it up. Go get a phone call.
All right. So yeah, while he's gone, I'm going to talk about one of the most bizarre titles that I saw come up this season that is actually one I absolutely won't touch. And it's based on the the Japanese urban legend that if you get to 30 years old and are still a virgin, you become a wizard. Effectively, the premise of this is a guy makes it to 30 years old and gets special powers. He can read the minds of anyone he touches. And, he goes to work one day and he just shakes hands with, his bro at the office, and all of a sudden is reading this dude's thoughts and realizes this dude has been fantasizing about fucking him for I don't know how many years. And this is why I think boy love as a genre should burn. Yes, I would hate that power too. Look, manga and anime have some absolutely cursed titles that absolutely should never have been produced. That's one of them. A lot of boy love stuff like that is pretty fucking cursed. I made the mistake a while ago of being how bad could the artwork for a series titled Dick Fight Island be? Bad. Very, very, very no bad. Needless to say, I had to do some scrubbing on my computer to remove all that stuff from my fucking feed. Aki Angel. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. You know what? I should do this while Roland's not here, and we can get back to the anime stuff. Share screen. Window. Here we go. So this was something that was brought to my attention recently, and I kind of do want to spotlight a bit because I should take care of that because I do like the
oh hell yeah
charity stuff.
Yeah,
sorry, I blanked there. Went full Mitch McConnell. So let me start over. This is something that came to my attention recently, and I really love the idea of voluntary action and people doing things to help each other out. So this came up as a charity for veterans that, you know, is just for like giving them their like, how is it described? Where's the about page? About, okay, yeah, rehabilitative and enjoyable experiences. So it was pretty much described as like we're going to raise money, we're going to use it to like do nice things for veterans and their families, like send them on vacation, help them out.
One of the things that we should mention, you were there. Were you there last night when we talked about it after the show?
Yes.
One of the things I think we should mention is that this organization will bring injured veterans out onto camping trips or things like that with other veterans as well. They will do like a big community event.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool, man.
Yeah, I want to make this kind of like
and Vets talking, but Rob showed us a really cool video of just all these different vets hanging out and just chilling by the fire, playing guitar, having a good time together, talking about stories, and it's just something that's very, very needed for our the people that allow us to do what we're doing right now, Crimson.
Yes. No, one of the things I want to say is like I know X-Wing was talking about making this like the official charity of his channel. I kind of want to do the same, make this like a charity that I like point out regularly because, you know, I think it's cruel and unfair that, you know, vets get the shaft after everything they did for the country.
Absolutely.
And after meeting the guy and being able to talk with him a bit and like hear what he has to say, this is one thing that I actually like feel like shouting out. I don't want to do it in a way that is an attention grab or like a virtue signal thing. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that, and how I can like make it an actual thing on the channel.
It's not an attention.
Since I'm here,
whatsoever, you're helping veterans. I would never, if I ever saw any video, whether it's you or it's me or it's Roman or X-Wing or Jay or Caleb or anybody, if I saw them drop that at the end of their show, even at the end of the video, and just go, hey guys, if you want to go and check out these guys, look into them. If you want to donate, great. If not, thanks for watching. And that's it. Dude, there's no way that I would think you're getting anything out of that.
Well, a lot of people will like make these videos and stuff and like point it out and then like not really do much else.
You are actually like you would actually be in contact with, like, we're in contact with them.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Like, we actually have had them on our streams. We've talked to them. We've had a good time backstage afterwards. Like, that's completely different than just grabbing a random charity and going, hey guys, you know, like we actually know the guy.
Yeah. So I want to figure out, like, even if it's just like ending the video with a little bit of a blurb for this. I think I'm gonna make that a regular thing because.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that at the end of all of our streams because I really want to help the vets, and the way that we're doing it, or the way that they're doing it is perfect for a lot of different YouTube channels because you can just drop that link or you can just put that up at the end of your show, and it's perfect just to show people, like, hey, if you can, you know, show them if you got them, but if you can't, then that's okay, but. There's a lot of veterans out there that need help. And
yes.
I genuinely think that it's only our duty as people that haven't fought in the wars to help them. They've helped us. So it's our duty.
I'm just saying, I mentioned this the other night. I have a cousin who's like active duty military. He's been deployed. He's a guy I grew up with. Like he was like a friend of mine since childhood. And if I heard that he did all of this for our country and then basically just got, tossed aside and treated like crap the way our country kind of treats its veterans, I would be pretty pissed to hear that about a family member of mine. So I do want to give them some coverage because I feel like that is like the normal reaction 100%. That people should have, and these people deserve some support for everything they've done for the country.
No, I could not disagree with you. And
I just wanted to give it a little bit of a shout out here, since we have some people watching, and since you were on a phone call.
No, perfect.
So
perfect. I that's why I got off the phone call real quick because I saw you bring it up, and I was like, I want to talk about this because.
Yeah,
this is a very important thing, and I
think... And by the way, like my channel is small. I'm not monetized. I'm not getting views on. I'm not getting views off of this. Like any money that would be generated would literally be going entirely to that charity off of this.
Well, yeah, one person, even if it's one person, that's one person that just helped a vet, and that's awesome.
I don't generally advertise anything on my channel that I haven't personally like gone through or I should say, like, I don't advertise any books on my channel that I haven't personally paid for or that I wouldn't like vouch for. And that certainly goes for charities. After meeting the guy, I thought he was pretty cool and I wanted to help him out, support him in whatever little way I could. So that's it. All I wanted to say. We can get back to some of the anime stuff. And no, we're not getting back to the yaoi stuff.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to talk about any more of that. Because that is not my cup of tea. Look, if you are a fan of that stuff, good for you. I'm not gonna knock you for it because I hate that shit too. But I just don't like it. Simple enough. So
anyway,
back to your regularly scheduled anime talk.
So anyway, redo of Healer.
Anyway, getting my skull caved in by massive titties.
Genuinely wouldn't complain, but
yeah.
Be some heavy titties.
Dude, that just reminds me of the localizer stuff with Lukoa from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Yep.
Have you seen that one?
I have seen that.
The anime or the clip?
No, the clip. I haven't seen the anime.
It's a good anime, actually. I do like it.
I've heard very good things about it.
It was the one that actually got me into slice of life anime. So, like, that's how I started watching, like, romance stuff and all of that. Like, because of Ivan.
Fucking Ivan.
Yeah. Or, no, Ivan was something else.
Ivan's barely been on the fucking streams recently. I'm like, I'm here for you and Lethal and the chicks.
Yeah. I told you that I was in Lethal's chat the other day, and he actually said he was watching the backlog on my streams.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's awesome. Lethal's freaking awesome.
He's a cool guy, and I like fucking with him because he's fun.
Well, if you're watching right now, you're awesome, bro. I love you. I love watching you and talking to you in chat. But also go and subscribe to Lethal Lightning.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
And leave some waifus. Come and hang out with me and Crimson in chat when I can make it, because right now work is so crazy. I can barely make it. And Nagarno keeps messing with me. Sean.
Did he keeps messaging you about it?
No, he'll mess with me because he sees me in Geeks and Gamers chats because I'm not at work yet. So I can be in GMG daily. So I'm in chat and he's like, bro, you never shut up for the stream. I'm like, I'm trying. No, Nagarno, Sean, he's awesome. He's a good person. He's just messing with me. It's always laughing emojis after.
Yeah, the Weebs and Waifus community is great. JM actually has been showing up to my streams these past couple of weeks. So it's nice to see him. I appreciate the support. Marcel commented on my video today. Or no, it was a different video. He commented on my Ragna Crimson first impressions.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because now I'm like, it's not a good thing or a bad thing, but I super chat to like a couple different channels. So now it's like, I'll have like Mahler be like, oh, Roland, when he's like talking to Star Wars Theory. And I'm like, oh, what? Yeah. It's like, I'm not paying. I'm just sitting there listening because I sent it like 40 minutes ago to an hour ago and I'm just chilling. I was reading super chats and all of a sudden he's like, oh, this guy. And I'm like, bruh.
By the way, what do you think of the new background and thumbnail for the stream? Have you seen?
Oh, dude, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that was one of the things prompted by that stuff that happened with Weebs. I was like, well, I guess I should really step it up and kind of be worthy of the shout out on that one. I want to up the quality, and I think this one turned out really well. I really like it.
This one's awesome. You've got so many, like, there's a ton of great characters on there.
Mm-hmm. You can't see him, but Wilhelm van Estrella is back there. There's an Obi-Wan behind you.
Is there?
Yeah, if
I can't see. Drop me out for a second.
I'll see. Remove from stage. Bitch. Of course. You know what? We're just gonna add you back to stage. Let's see if I can do this. No, I can't move myself around. Why won't it let me? What happens if I do this? Ah, yeah, right there above you. There's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh shit! Yeah, awesome. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Obi-Wan? Is that Denji or Gojo?
That's Gojo.
Is that Gojo?
Yep.
And then below him is Rengoku.
There's Rengoku. I have Guts below me. You can see Kakashi and Batman up in the corner. There's Killua from Hunter x Hunter.
In the middle.
There's in the middle, behind the animated.
Behind animated, yeah.
That is Wilhelm van Estrella from ReZero. Badass old man. Like, went toe-to-toe with, like, the most blessed swordsman on hard work alone.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, in the world, there's, like, a sword saint who's blessed by God with, like, the perfect ability to wield any weapons. And he literally beat that person in combat just on his own hard work.
Oh, hell yeah.
A dude is
badass. He's Guy Sensei.
Yeah. Frierin's back there too, but you can't really see her.
He only beat Madara on his
Yes. Frierin's there. Shigeo Kageyama is in there.
So I started the first episode of Frieren, but I fell asleep. That was the other night after we done talking.
Look, I highly recommend it. It's such a beautiful series.
So she she lives longer than everybody?
She's an elf, so like a Lord of the Rings elf. She'll live for thousands of years.
Okay, all right.
Basically, she saves the world from the Demon King with the Heroes Party, And then
Yeah, that all happens before.
Yes, it's basically after the whole story starts after they defeat the hero, like the Demon King, and it's kind of her journey of realizing like how special all of that trip was, and like making new friends and making new relationships, and learning how to live in the moment and really appreciate those little things.
Yeah, I fuck with that. That's what I digged about it.
It's a really like chill, like warm series to watch. And then when it wants to do combat, dude, Madhouse pops the fuck off with their animation.
Oh yeah.
Like I can't show it here on stream because I can't do it justice because of lag, and I will get demonetized, or I will get the stream taken down. But if you need to get to episode like 5 or 6 to watch Stark versus the Dragon, dude. It's such a good little bit of animation.
That's been my main thing with oh my gosh, excuse me.
You're fine, dude. You're fine.
My main thing with Jujutsu Kaisen. I've been like, look at the animation. Like Jesus.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is like my second seat solely because I'm a huge Frieren fanboy. So 2023, I gave it to Frieren. I think it's probably like, as far as like all the factors you can consider for an anime, I think it scores higher than Jujutsu Kaisen because of like all that combined. But if we're talking straight animation and action, Jujutsu Kaisen is a powerhouse anime last year.
Do you? Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen one. There's been nothing that's been better for me. Do you mind if I show you something real quick? I don't know if you've
Depends. Is it going to be something that takes my channel down?
No.
Okay.
No. It's definitely not porn. It's porn to me, but it's not porn to you. I'm kidding. No. Yeah, it's.
Part 3. Yeah, I talked about this. I've seen this one.
Did you?
Yeah.
I would like to talk to you about it, but do you mind if I play it?
Go ahead. Let's go ahead. Just try and like pause it every now and then so we can keep this up and not get.
So this is where it's gonna literally just be battles. Like this entire season should just be fight scenes. That's it. And right there, that's where the Soul King is. He's up there.
I know that, yeah.
So this entire season.
See, all I'm looking forward to in this part is seeing my girl Nell come back.
Nell's been back.
Nell is underrated character in this series.
No, you know who I'm looking forward to?
Grimmjow.
Well, that's a spoiler. you know,
he's already been in the series, dude. He's already been shown.
You know who I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to my boy Aizen showing up and never leaving the fucking chair. That's the best. He never leaves his chair. He just gets elevated up and he goes, "You thought you were fighting Ichigo Kurosaki, didn't you?" I'm just like, let's go! Like, yeah. Because he created Ichigo. So he's like, you know what? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So then you got the main villain from the entire show. It'd be like Madara showing up just going, "You thought you were fighting Naruto." You know what? It's so sick, dude.
Yeah.
Aizen.
Look, I'm looking forward to it, but from what I understand, I still think Bleach has some dodgy.
It's dodgy filler.
There's some dodgy episodes.
Yeah, for sure. But so the same thing in Naruto. Same thing in One Piece. Same thing in Dragon Ball. There's dodgy episodes in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm just saying, like, as far as like story goes, like there's some things that just don't quite track. I think the story is weaker than the other big three, but I try not to knock it because some of it is just my preference.
Nah, bro, because you also haven't watched all of it. So the thing is, there is shit from episode 1 that means something in the Blood War. And you're like episode 1, you're like, the fuck was that? And then all the way forward, you're like, oh fuck, I remember that. And then it makes so much more sense, and it's great.
I'm still gonna watch it, but Bleach has just never done it for me like it does for you. So
no, yeah, Bleach always does it for me. They're the best fights, though.
Yoruichi, that's another one.
Yeah, Yoruichi.
Like, look, they even show fucking Grimmjow right there.
They showed Ivan too.
So it's not even like I gave any spoilers.
I can't fucking wait. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, that for you, like I have my own series that I have as like a
That's gonna be that's my shit right there. That is like I waited 10 years for the Blood War. 10 years for that shit to be animated. Now it's been 3 since it started, but or it will be 3 since it started. But it's oh my god, I can't tell you if you've gone through the full-on slug that is Bleach. Like, and Bleach isn't even the longest. Like, if you skip the filler, you're good to go. But if you've watched Bleach for years, right? Like for years, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then this is finally coming out. This is like something that you never thought would happen. To me as a Bleach fan, this was the same thing when they announced that Star Wars Episode 7 was going to come out. Like, when they told me, like, when they said, hey, yeah, we're doing the Blood War, my mind was blown. I was like, I never thought I would see this. So now you're actually doing it, and they're doing it right. They're not cutting many things. They cut a couple things out that I thought was stupid. Because there's a really great joke that they cut out because it was too PC. But yeah, I wish they left it in because it was funny as fuck when I read it. It's hilarious. It's a great joke. But yeah, it.
Are you talking about the Orihime thing that they took out?
No, well, which one?
The dude, like sticking his hand up her shirt or whatever.
No, I think that's in there.
Not in the anime. No, there's a scene where they where Orihime shows up, and or is it Yoruichi who does it, or it's either
Yoruichi does it to feel the. Yoruichi goes, "You got bigger," or something like that.
They're making fun of the relationship between Ichigo and Orihime.
Yeah, I think it's Yoruichi that.
And someone sticks their hand up between, the melons.
Yoruichi, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Which is okay because she's like the older sister of the group. But like,
also, that's another thing. I kind of happen to know how like that whole relation, like how some of those relationships work out, and I've done some research on like what the fandom is up to, and some people were not happy with who Ichigo ends up with.
Yeah, don't say who it is, but
yeah,
I wasn't. It makes sense when you really think about it and you've watched the show. It makes sense. Both of which make sense. Who ends up with who makes sense.
I think it does too.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
But people were upset because like they thought it should have been different.
No, I agree. I get it. But then who would a certain somebody end up with? You know, like if Ichigo ended up with the person you expected him to end up with, who would the other girl end up with? Who would the other guy end up with? Who would like they none of them mix at all. Like none of them make sense to be a couple. Except for what Kubo did.
I agree with what Kubo did as far as that ending goes. It just makes more sense, and they were working. They were working on that from the beginning of the series, like setting all that up. So people complaining about it, and they're just butthurt shippers. And if you ask me, shippers are some of the more annoying parts of the fandom.
Oh, I agree, 100%.
Especially look at My Hero Academia.
I prefer not to.
Yeah, I like watching My Hero Academia, but I try not to engage with the fan base.
Dude,
same with Naruto fan base. Actually, I'm a huge Naruto fan. I try not to do anything with the Naruto fan base because they're fucking wild, dude.
I'm like
toxic as fuck.
Dude, no, it's even worse with My Hero because they're even younger than the Naruto characters. And you're like having a gay relationship between two different, like, bro, gay relationship in anime is fine. But, like, they're fucking 12.
Yeah, like what was it? Licorice Recoil. There's like some heavy insinuation in Licorice Recoil that like they're gonna do the whole Yuri thing. I don't mind that because the show is overall fantastic. But like people who like go out of their way to make these really fucking cringe ships, like Bakugo and Deku.
No, Bakugo and Shoto.
I have seen some things. I could send you
I could
send you a screenshot.
Don't send me anything. I don't want to see it. don't send
What if Deku married Femme Todoroki?
Is that Todoroki's sister?
Yeah.
It's gonna slip my throat. I'll be right back.
It's one of those things that I don't.
Why?
Look, I also think there's some like fucking. There's just like, I feel like the shippers spend way too much time on their like little headcanons. It gets kind of annoying too because then like. The moment you say like, well, I don't agree with that, a lot of them will like blow up in your face and stuff like that. It's just like...
Well, here's the thing. None of us are denying that there are sexy anime characters.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single one of us will deny that you have created a character that you're like, would. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, if she walked up to me in a bar, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many characters that you wouldn't deny it. But you don't want to see characters if it isn't meant to be together like that, or have weird things like that. Like, if it's forced, it's weird. It's like if you're doing, you know, let's say you're doing the same type of story of Love is War, but they're in an office building and they're adults.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It would be the same thing. You'd be like, all right, finally, they got together. And I just watched Intergalactic on Netflix, which is Kid Cudi's movie. And it's kind of like The Wall, where like his album is the whole movie. And I was watching it with my cousin, and there's a sex scene in it, but it's fully animated, kind of like Spider-Verse. And I was like, all right, this makes sense, because I want these two characters to be together. I'm not looking at it going like, oh, it's a sex scene. No, I'm looking at it going, this makes sense. This is perfect. Like, finally, you guys got together. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
as opposed to,
I think a lot of people have trouble delineating the line between like friendship and brotherhood and all that kind of stuff, and like romantic kind of love. Like, one of my least favorite things to see people do is like people shipping Sam and Frodo.
That,
yeah, and the C.S. Lewis quote, I actually have it somewhere in my archives. I want to do it justice.
They're best friends. If my best friend was going through what Frodo went through or what Sam went through, I would do the same fucking thing. But the one thing they never mention, Crimson, when they say that shit, the one thing they never mention is that Sam is constantly talking about Rosie Cotton.
Mm-hmm.
He's always talking about Rosie and how he can't wait to get back to Rosie. And people keep saying that Frodo and Sam are gay. It's like, if they were, it's not a bad thing. But you're not being correct. You're just like, he constantly talks about the fact that he wants to get back to this girl so he can ask her to marry him.
Yes.
Like, throughout all three movies.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same thing with like the Baku Deku stuff and all that other bullshit. Like,
I don't even want Deku to end up with, what's her name?
Uraraka.
She annoys me. She like, I like the show and I love the characters, but she just annoys me.
Yeah, I think she's just kind of bland, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. That's why she annoys me.
No, and like there's a way to handle all of these issues. Like the one I recommended earlier, I can't find it. I can't find that C.S. Lewis quote about like, show me someone who confuses friendship for like romantic, for like erotic love, and I'll show you someone who's never had a friend in their life, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a good enough quote. That's a Crimson Law quote right there.
Right. Oh fuck, where was I gonna go? There's a way to handle these issues. So like with Heaven and Delusion, this isn't really much of a spoiler because it comes out in episode 2, I think. But the female character in the main cast there, Kiriko, is like the younger brother is pretty much trapped in the older sister's body after a certain like really fucking weird incident. So like it's literally like his mind, all his memories and all of that in her body. And there's some like supernatural science fiction stuff. So like obviously there's the like confusion going on with all of that. But it's handled really well and not in a cringe way. Like it's done in a way that's like straight up like, okay, that actually makes sense. You were attacked by a monster, your sister saved you, and you know.
So wait, is his sister in his body?
No. His sister is dead. Gone.
So he's in his sister's body.
Yeah. You would have to watch the series to understand it fully, but pretty much his body, he was like on the brink of death when he was rescued. His sister was also injured because of the thing, and the doctor who saved them supposedly did something to them that ended up being like.
Bro, you are describing Tokyo Ghoul to me right now.
Yes.
Has nothing to do with his sister. But you're describing Tokyo Ghoul to me right now.
I understand that part of Tokyo Ghoul, actually.
You've seen that part where Kaneki...
No, I've heard a little bit of it.
So, like, he basically gets in an accident.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know how it goes. I know how it goes.
Okay, and the doctor is the thing. That sounds like they literally ripped that from Tokyo Ghoul.
Not necessarily. It's a little. I haven't seen that Tokyo Ghoul actually, so I wouldn't know. But
the one who did it, then they did. Like that's straight up. Like
it's not explained exactly how it works. It's just the character's own theory as to what's actually happened.
That's the same thing as Tokyo Ghoul. It's not explained until like season 3 or 4.
So yeah, as far as that goes, who knows? I found out that some manga are completely related and some aren't. Like it's weird. Like if I'm not mistaken, Fire Force and Soul Eater are related.
Yeah, they are. There's
like Fire Force is a prequel to Soul Eater, isn't it?
Yeah, the moon is in Soul Eater, or in Fire Force. The moon from Soul Eater is in Fire Force.
Yeah, well, they're by the same author too, but
yeah,
I would have to look into some of that, see what's up with that. But, sorry, I'm blanking here. I still think Heavenly Delusion is a really good series that's worth watching. It's not exactly like Tokyo Ghoul. There's a lot of differences from what I've seen, but
I'm not saying it's the same thing. I'm just saying that there's some similarities for sure from what you've described to me.
Either way.
Either
way, I need to start Tokyo Ghoul at some point. I need to start a lot of anime. My watch list just keeps growing.
Bro, watch Tokyo Ghoul before you watch a long one.
I gotta finish Attack on Titan before I do anything else. I've already started.
Well, Ghoul's even shorter than AOT.
Yeah, but
watch AOT. Watch AOT.
I gotta watch AOT.
Bro, I will watch it with you. You invite me.
Hey, you want to get me a drink?
You invite me,
bitch.
What's up, buddy? Motherfucker. No, you invite me and say, hey, let's watch some Tokyo Ghoul or some Attack on Titan. And I'm like, yeah. Fuck yeah, as long as I'm free, I'll watch that shit with you at the same time.
Hey. I'm watching the dub version with Bryce Papenbrook though, so
there you go.
Aaron Yeager's annoying English voice. I don't know how I feel about Bryce as Aaron Yeager.
If it's any consolation, you don't hear
thoroughly seeking up for your pleasure.
Thank you.
He doesn't act like a bitch for the entire thing.
Okay.
Just gotta.
I figured it was only for like while he's like a kid and a teenager.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, and then by season 2, it's like completely different Aaron. And season 3 is a completely different Aaron from season 3 or season 2, and then 4 is a fucking remarkably different Aaron.
I have to finish Blue Eye Samurai for my review. It honestly, I don't see, like, I know a Drinker did a recommendation video on it, didn't he?
I think so, or at least on the.
I don't see how he could have. He must have been like.
Bar, he liked it, but on Open Bar on his live stream on Thursdays, he said that he enjoyed it, but I'm not into it, but I'm gonna finish it for the review so I can be. You and I seem to like a lot of the same stuff when it comes to anime, so I'm not like trying to watch it if I like Drinker loved Arcane, and we talked about Arcane earlier. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Blue Eyed Samurai and Attack on Titan and Shy are the ones that I really need to finish right now.
Is that what we call your brother now, the Blue Eye Samurai?
No, I call him the closet something you can't say on YouTube.
There's a couple things that I'm thinking of right now.
It rhymes with the game Yahtzee.
I was gonna go with that one first.
Because blue eyes, blonde hair, you know?
Yeah, he's a closet. Z.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up. We've been going for almost 3 hours now.
Yeah.
And I think we had some fun conversation just sitting here chatting anime and doing whatever. So one of the things I do want to do is start a more like chill stream segment.
Of course.
On the channel. And that would be just doing a lot of this, just like getting into a call and just going for 2 hours or so and rambling on about no particular topic.
Yeah, just hanging out.
But as far as the people who have showed up here, I will give a shout out to Daimyo because I don't think I ever gave him a proper send off. So go subscribe to the Gatekeepers Daimyo. He's a cool guy. He covers pop culture, a lot of the live action stuff that I don't touch. He also covers aliens and conspiracies every Wednesday. He does a live stream for that stuff. He does really, it's really cool actually. They're fun streams to be a part of.
I'm there a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars Dog also showed up. Give a shout out to him because he has a channel. He does stuff that he covers. I'm not exactly sure. I know he was playing Battlefront live the other day. So
he does a great, if you guys are into sports at all or football, he does a good college football stream on Saturday.
So yeah, a little shout out to Dog. Thank you to Kurosai Nero for showing up. JM the Elite fan. Ronnie, I know he does the RCU stuff. Yeah.
JM the Elite fan. I see him in G&G chat sometimes. That's cool.
Yeah, he was around from Weebs and Waifus. So.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Ronnie gets a shout out. RCU.
Ronnie, you're never invited to anything because you're lame and gay.
Pilgrim, sorry for banning you. Thanks for showing up and being a G.
Ah, shit.
Mayes Gay, thanks for chilling in the chat, hanging out with us. And I think that's it. I think we are going to cue out with
well,
the
what did Mayes Gay say right there? Mayes Gay, wait. Before you go, can I say my thing?
We gotta log off. I got some stuff I need to take care of. So, without further ado, thank you everyone.
Thank you guys.
Also, RG Energy, the Roller Rome cast. You can find this guy over here, there.
Yep,
where he is every Wednesday.
So every Wednesday, Roller Rome cast on the RG Energy channel. You can find me at Rolo Films or Rolo Films on YouTube, Rolo Lord on Instagram, Snapchat. Same thing with Rolo Films. I'm on freaking everything and X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it. So yeah, if you guys want to go and follow me there, that would be great. And thank you very much. This has been a great show.
Hello there. You can kill me, but you will never destroy me. It takes strength to resist the dark side.
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Are you kidding? Why the hell should I wait for you?
I know what it's like to try and rebuild a life. I had a bad day too.
If you're having nightmares, then welcome to the club. My name's Subaru Natsuki, and I am the Knight of Amelia.
Right now, all I can give you is just death.
If you are feeling disheartened, that you are somehow not enough, set your heart ablaze.